up, y'all? What's up, y'all? We are back. We're back for another episode of the Ladies First Panel. Ladies, are you ready?
Yes.
Ready, Eddie.
All right, now you guys, be sure to follow us over on social media at Ladies First, at Jami ThatsMe, at Bondy Blue, and at Necey Dixon. All right, now typically we do these shows on Thursday, but you know when Queen B come to town, you're gonna have to shut it down. All right, so we are
Okay.
here with you guys on Wednesday. We hope that you guys enjoy the show just as you would on a Thursday. Go ahead and get those likes up. You know what I'm saying? Show your respect when you come in. Go ahead and like up the video. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button, all right, to all of our channels and not just mine. You feel what I'm saying? Okay. Now, let's go ahead and see what's up. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here. We are here. We got a nice little show lined up for the people today. I feel like it's been, even though it seemed like it's been dry in these streets, it's still been a lot of things going on at the same time. Okay. And as we
Not
wait,
dry enough.
okay, I guess you're right. Not dry enough. Okay. Because we know somebody that's not dry. Hey, Remy. Um,
Ooh. Wait.
and we go get into some things. But as we wait for more people to come into the room, I just want to ask y'all a question. Okay.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna do it like this. First of all,
Okay.
our beats be so fire. But
Yeah.
listen, so I did a This Is Messy earlier this week. And there was a question on there that I just wanted to get you guys' thoughts about. So I said, you know what, let me ask the OLFP and see what they think about this situation. So let's talk about it. So this young woman says, I had a small party at my boyfriend's house while he was in surgery, and his guns and drugs, okay, that stash came up missing. I moved to Louisiana and asked my cousin to let me stay with her for a few weeks until everything died down. She let me stay and asked her manager to hire me, and he did. We're dancers. My cousin tried to charge me rent, but her boyfriend lives with us too. So why did I need to pay? He wasn't paying rent. Things got tense between us. At the same time, her boyfriend and I was getting close. We fought after she caught me treating him the nasty way, and she told me that I got to move out. I told her I wasn't leaving without her man. He refused. Okay, he refused to leave with me. She won't speak to me at work, so I meet guys at work and I get hotel rooms out of them, but I don't have a home here, and my ex is still looking for me. My cousin is my only family here, and she chose her man over me. So I want to know, how do I forgive my cousin for abandoning me in Louisiana? And how to get a one night stand to commit to a longer relationship with housing benefits? I'm 28 and I still don't have that recipe.
Because you're an idiot.
Mm,
I almost
I'm
want to say, hey, Martell.
I want to tell her honestly, I'm
And
about
I'm
to
going
say
to say
something real
why.
mean.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say one thing that's real mean and then Niecy can take it. Girl, kill yourself. That's it.
Ooh.
well, let me ask you this. Do y'all think that she should have to pay rent if the boyfriend is not paying rent?
Yes.
Yes.
And he should
Yes.
be paying rent too. But bitch,
Yes.
he's giving dick. He's obviously a homosexual. That girl can't have both of y'all in her house not fucking giving her no money. And then you got the audacity to fuck her dude and then turn around and say you leaving with him. And when he don't leave with you, you like, girl, how can I, girl, what? Kill yourself. I ain't got time for that. Kill yourself.
Listen.
Um.
Good night.
So the reason why I said, hey, Martell is because it's so wild to me that you moved into your cousin's house needing help and then turned around and said, how can I forgive my cousin for abandoning me? Like, the delusion.
That's what it's saying.
Um, you may not want to go unalive yourself, but you may need to do that metaphorically. You need to start from scratch because what you got going on is not it.
Right, for sure. I kind of feel like, yes, the man should be paying rent, right? But BITCH, I'm not gonna pay your ass a motherfucking dime. Oh, now, granted, I know I'm wrong for probably fucking on your man, but bitch, I'm not gonna give you no coin, bitch.
Just
I'm
because he
not, and
not
he can
paying.
pay in dick. Well, then I can pay in cool. What you talking about? Like, why do I have
We
to?
cousins, bitch. You can't
Yeah,
pay
why
in
she can't
coochie.
pay her in coochie?
Girl, well, I'm paying him in cool. But here's the thing: I
But
would pay the
paying
rent.
him.
Well, clearly that's what she's doing. But I would pay the rent if it's split in 3 ways versus split in two. Because if you're okay with paying, taking care of him, don't expect me to pay his half as well. You see what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I wouldn't do that.
I think that's a bit different. That's a bit
Mm-mm.
different because the thing is, like Bonnie said, he's paying in dick, right? So
That's
if you
not
decide that you want, I'm not
And that
saying
ain't none of
that.
your business
that.
either.
That's what I was about
To
to
be
say.
clear.
I'm not saying that the cousin with the boyfriend should be doing this, but that doesn't change the fact that she probably taken up a whole room. You taking up a whole room, and if the arrangement was when they moved, like they already had that arrangement for before you
Mm-hmm.
came over there,
Mm-hmm.
listen, pay your half. You're not paying his half. You paying half of the rent, and she decided to have the man come live with her.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it is one of those situations where it's like, if you don't like it, then get out.
Hello.
Yeah,
Then I would have to definitely get the hell out.
And
it'd
your
be
cousin's
Who is
stupid
different.
that?
because she should have kicked him out too.
It'd be different if he moved in after, like if the two cousins went and
Well,
got the place
already.
together,
Mm-hmm.
and then he moved in after the fact. But if that was already her place and her man, and you came
Mm-hmm.
after the fact, nah,
Beggars can't be choosers, bitch, and you ain't got nowhere to live. So if you're not gonna give your, I mean, and she got you a job. Like she got you a
That's true.
job, and she giving you a place to stay, and you can't even run that girl the money, and then you turn around and fuck her old dude. He ain't shit to be fucked anyway. Like he a dildo. That's all he can be. But still, girl, you don't have no loyalty to your own cousin, and then you asking her to do something for you. Again, unalive yourself.
And I'm just like, I
I'm gonna
don't know.
say it
I'm just
politically
like,
correct.
if she wasn't there, what was you gonna do? Still take care of this nigga? Like, and then it's like, why you trying to
Yes.
put her out? You need to put that nigga out too, because he fucked on your
Yep.
cousin. It ain't like she just fucked
yeah,
him.
she
I
definitely need to put
agree.
him
Like
out
they
too.
did this together, put them both out, and you okay with taking care of an NIGGA?
I mean, it's clear she's a fool though. He ain't going nowhere.
Mm.
Girl,
And that's the recipe that she trying to figure out her damn self is how you can stay somewhere long term for free.
How about you go get a real job, get yourself on assistance, okay? Maybe try to go learn a trade, go learn how to do something besides strip. Because you're not gonna find nobody like you already too thirsty and you already at the bottom. You're not gonna find anybody to take care of you. Right. You're not gonna find anybody to really take care of you because you're at the bottom. The only person you gonna find is some old nigga, and I promise you that old nigga don't have no money. He coming in there with Beijing in his hair and throwing a few dollars and all of that, but that's not enough to take care of you. If you want a place to live, you should consider getting a job and taking care of your fucking self, you
Or
bum.
she can strip somewhere else. She might need to
that's
go to
very true.
Atlanta. Go to Atlanta and strip.
Them hoes
Or
don't make no
Miami.
money stripping. That's why she can't, that's why she ain't got nowhere to stay now.
She might find somebody though.
And Barry sing
She might find somebody. A scammer. She might find somebody to put a roof over her head.
For a minute.
a
Just
hotel
like the
right now.
last
That's all she
boyfriend.
getting. That's all she getting is a piece of a
I
hotel
mean,
I
it
mean,
right
ain't.
look how
now.
she did the last boyfriend. Can we discuss the nigga being in surgery when you decided to have a
That's
party
the
and his
thing.
stash went missing?
That's right. And I'm thinking she stole
When
it.
he's looking for her. This sound like P Valley,
I
like
feel like
Autumn.
facts.
It
That
is.
girl, and I think it is.
That's not, it can't, honestly, I can't say it's not real because we all know that people are this trifling.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
People are this
absolutely,
trifling.
I mean, she
and
was really
crazy.
giving strip Players Club to me a bit. The
Mm.
cousin that came and smashed, and then I think I was getting her mixed up with cousin Faith over there at Soul Food, but I think her name is what, Ebony, they said, cousin Ebony. So I wasn't sure what, I feel like it came from something that we've seen on television.
I
But
just
that's
feel
the
like
story.
the mentality that you need to have in order to get a man that's going to pay for everything, she don't have it. Because if she did, she wouldn't be in a predicament that she's in right now.
That's what
Yeah.
she
Running from a
said.
nigga trying to kill her and then fucking her cousin's man when you need a place to stay. You're not smart. So you're not going to get the dude that's going to pay all of this money. At 28 years old, you need to hang it up and go get a regular job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
The girl who
sad.
used to do my waxes, she was a stripper and she wasn't making no money with that trade. She had to go back to stripping.
Oh, damn. So she was
Yeah,
making more money stripping than she was doing waxes.
yeah.
Where?
I felt horrible in
Where?
Dallas.
In Dallas?
Yeah,
That's surprising.
she was making
Strippers
more
really
money
don't
stripping.
make She might have been making more with stripping, but how long was she waxing?
I don't think she was waxing for that long.
Exactly.
Probably less than a year.
That's what I'm thinking. Couldn't have been. The money wasn't
Yeah,
coming
no.
quick enough for her.
Yeah, it wasn't happening fast enough because you used to fast money. Well, you know what you're going to have to do for fast money, and eventually fast money going to run out. So you could have just stayed with your business and kept doing what you, honestly, you should have been doing both of them until one became more lucrative
Yes,
for you.
she should have been
That's what
doing
you
both.
should have did. But no, you wanted to go back to that fast money. Go walk up and through the strip club with the dirty carpet and stay there until them niggas tell you too old. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Well, there's that. You know, I guess she's asking for forgiveness of her cousin, but it looks like
The fact that she's asking for forgiveness, girl, again, unalive.
and then trying to turn a one night stand into long term. Girl, didn't you just leave your NIGGA while he was in the hospital? Anywho,
You're not trustworthy. You're not loyal. You don't even protect niggas'
You're not
stash.
loyal.
No, and
Not at all.
I
No,
mean,
she don't have the attributes. You need those attributes to have a roof
Yes.
Yeah, she ain't got it.
girl, go work down to the bank and don't steal from them people neither. Because when you steal from the banks, they gonna put your ass in federal prison, and then you'll end up really having somebody to take care of you, the warden.
definitely would do that. Well, either way, good luck. Let's go ahead and move on, okay? Because this is another topic that I have to know y'all thoughts about this right here. Janae and Sexy Red. Y'all, please let's discuss this. So I saw this tweet on Twitter, and the person, we're gonna start at the bottom and go up. The person at the bottom tweets, seen an IG story that said, I'm a Janae type of girl, not a Sexy Red girl. I almost replied, diversify your portfolio, but I ain't want to get blocked. So this young lady comes and says, people think Janae is so wholesome because she's tiny and has a light, airy voice. That lady
And
made
because
a-
she looks white. Let it go. You know.
That lady made a video with a bunch of Crips and at least one blood to threaten her ex-husband. She also sings Pussy Fairy. Please be for real. Sexy Red and Janae Aiko are the same person. What are your thoughts about this?
The only reason I disagree is because Janae Aiko, even though she sings about pussy, is actually talented. I think Sexy Red is trash as a rapper.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I'm like, is it possible that I mean, I just don't care for her music. Like,
It doesn't
I
sound
haven't
good.
even listened to it. All I heard was that she be rapping about Booty Hole Brown or something. I said, girl, we good.
Yeah,
Pound Town.
I like
Pound
Town.
What it
Town.
is, I've never heard it in my
Yeah.
life.
Trash.
I like
Trash.
Pound Town, and I like.
Of course you do.
Oh, you like Pound Town?
Of course you
do.
do.
And I also like Janae. I kind of agree with this post. I do.
Do tell.
I kind of agree. So before you even finish reading, I was thinking about the Pussy Fairy, and I just feel like they the same person, but I feel like Janae is evolved, like Sexy Red evolved, like an older Sexy Red with
I think
with like the what's the sound baths, Sexy Red on.
Oh,
sound
yes,
baths.
yes.
Like that's the only difference.
Yoga, Sexy Red.
I mean, she's
feel
singing
like-
about eat the booty like groceries.
That's not a good enough
That's
point
not
for me.
That's
That's not a good enough.
That was the first time I really heard somebody like say that in music. People didn't really talk about it as often as they did now. When did that song come out?
Ooh, supposed to be
Like
20
I'm not saying people wasn't already doing it.
2017.
Yeah, people.
That
I'm
sounds about
sure
right.
people was already doing it, but I feel like people started talking about it more. I could see it. I like both.
No, I think I understand what you mean, Necey, and I also said that of course she does because she's younger than us. That's
I was wondering
why.
why you said, of course.
Yeah, no, I wanted to be clear. It wasn't that much shade, y'all. It was just because Necey's much younger, and so I feel like the young girl, like we don't me and this one over here be like old bitches sometimes when it comes to the new girl music a little bit. And that's why, like the Booty Hole Brown, that's all I need to hear one time and I'm out. I'm good. I don't need to hear nothing else. But I have actually listened to Sexy Red because I do like ratchet music. As I've told y'all before, my favorite line from Megan Thee Stallion is when she references wiping her pussy on your nigga forehead. So I love ratchet music, but her flow is trash. I feel like the thing that makes Jhené Aiko different is the ability to make something nasty not sound so nasty.
Like they used to do back in the day with some of the music
Yes.
that they used to play. We kind of knew what they were saying, but they wasn't so like nowadays it's so vulgar. It's so like clear out in the open. It's no
Well,
way to
that's why I
disguise it.
said
I thought about Jill
evolve.
Scott too. Somebody said Jill Scott. That was the first thing I thought about.
That's why I said
Jill,
evolved. I feel like they would be friends. They would hang out and have the vulgar conversations, but they just carry themselves differently. I feel like they're
Have a
the
point.
same. You know how you got some friends who be doing the absolute fool, but y'all vibe here, but you also know you can't take them everywhere.
yes.
That's what Sexy Red and Janae is to me.
Yeah, sexy will go nowhere with me. Not some, I can't. Like, I mean,
I love a
it's
girl who
no
wears her
disrespect.
glasses.
The entire aesthetic I can't do. The wad of cash around the town. I can't.
The money phone. Bitch, you still on a money phone? What year is this? Hang it up.
And it's not that I won't feel her later. I just don't feel her now. But Janae, that is my girl. Like I really like her. Then I'm like, why we gotta compare the artist versus the rapper? I'm sorry, the singer versus the rapper. Like, I mean, it's gonna
Can
be
you
different.
what they say in that post again? What did they
Let
say?
me let me get it back up for you guys.
Gotta eat the booty like groceries.
They
She said that
said,
shit all light and airy.
yeah, I almost didn't even recognize that she said it for the longest. I'm a Janae type of girl, not a Sexy Red girl. Somebody said somebody think that Janae is wholesome because she's tiny. Be for real. They're the same person.
I don't think Janae is wholesome. I don't think Janae
I
is
don't think
wholesome
so either.
at all. Like,
But
but
she
I
said people
also,
think.
yeah, but you know why though? And that
Yeah.
really, it's not even, I think, about her being petite like that. I think it's more so because she's a preference.
I mean, it could be that, but also I just want to say this: when they comparing the two, I feel like okay, I could be looking at it differently. We both might be freaks in the bed. Some people just carry their freak outside the bed, and you make
Right.
yours more concealed, like classy based. So that
But we're
may be
all
what they
fucking.
mean. But we're all the boom whoop. There it
We're all
is.
fucking. Okay. That's the we're all fucking and we're all putting it in our music. Period. That's the only thing we got in common.
Correct. And that would be the difference. So I guess they do kind of got a point though at the end of the day. I mean, they are the same. They just saying it in a
They
different
do it
way.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
yeah, I guess
Interesting.
so. I mean, because if you got Big Sean, who I think has a girl, I would expect
Hello.
you to be on some booty hole
I
ground.
feel like we talked about this before.
I would expect you to be on all of that, all that time. I'm on all that time,
Absolutely.
all of that. So
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, I literally have thought about it. I was like, I wonder what is their
I was like,
difference.
that's why they got back together. That's why they broke up and got back together. Like I think we all understand what's happening here.
Like, and
Whoa.
they're both short, so I'm like, she's smaller than him though. So I'm like, I bet he probably just be flipping her all over the place and just
Good times.
have fun, eh? Have fun. Tell nephew I said what's the going on. Let's see what else we got over here. All right, y'all. I don't know how to really present this because I kind of feel like they did not know how to present this to us. Um, and I feel like they was wrong for it when they did it.
I like how I didn't know what the fuck we was about to do.
That's and it's really it's difficult because I can barely see this woman's eyes. So
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
what I
how to
was thinking.
present this, and it's giving Facetune overload. And I was just like really disappointed when I saw it. And it's just been floating all over the
Did you
internet.
see the
Like,
video? Did you
girl,
see the video? Because there's a video.
please send it to me. I have
I'm
not.
about to send it.
Please.
Mm.
So we got while Bondy's getting the video, y'all. Look, Kim actually, after being drugged by so many people on social media, this is
Oh,
sad. Kim says, "Who is this?" Because that's not the photo I approved or any other content they put out. I always told Ebony it looked like a painting, but they didn't want to listen. They said they loved it. It's the sabotage for me. The funny
Girl.
SHI about this is that this is their retoucher. The person, and then this the thing for me. If it's Ebony, why y'all got this lady over here not even her complexion?
Cause she's not her complexion.
But what did she?
What they
Okay,
supposed to
'cause
do?
I was just about to ask, what did she approve? But to be real, the pictures don't look too far off. The face still looks airbrushed.
It
AI. She looks
does.
like AI.
It
Bitch.
does. And they changed the color, like brightened it up. Like it seems like because her legs, her true hands and legs don't match her face, they try to get everything else to match her upper body. And
Mm-hmm.
I really hate to I'm not trying to shame Kim, but
I'm
I
going
am
to,
trying to
but go
be
ahead.
honest and say some of this is a part of your contribution because you lightened your face so much as like you didn't think about your hands and your in the rest of your body like Black China did. Black China just jumped in the whole pool when she bleached. She didn't bleach just part of it. So you kind of did that, but I feel like they were wrong for putting that face tune on that woman. Like they didn't have to do her like that. That was
Look at the
silly.
video.
And then I feel like that's I'm about to pull it up now. I feel like that's unprofessional of y'all. Let me get this up on the screen. Let's switch
I
over.
think Ebony did the best they can with what they got.
That's
Shit.
exactly what I was thinking too. It had to be the case because I want to see what the other pictures look like. Like, what was the other options?
That's why I sent the video because when she said this was not what she approved, I was like, bitch, you look almost exactly like that in the video that they showed on Ebony. So the fact that you try, what's the difference?
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, nope, no difference.
Oh wow.
No difference. Yeah, it's still that's the face we saw.
That's her face.
Oh
So
hell
yeah,
no.
Kim, I'm tired of you because you want to play with Ebony, but the truth of the matter is you don't want to be black. You've never really wanted to be black. That's not our problem. That's your problem. You have changed yourself. I think you wanted to look like a Puerto Rican, but you actually look like a little Vietnamese lady. Either way, you don't look like Ebony. Okay? You look like Ivory. Either way, I'm tired of you acting like you don't know what you look like. I'm tired of you doing all of this extra shit to your face. And then when somebody says it or notices it or points it out, everybody wants to act like y'all so mean to Kim. No, Kim mean to herself. Kim is mean to herself. She's mean to all of us little black girls that grew up feeling empowered by seeing her. And now your face don't match your legs. Your hands don't match your neck. And Ebony did the best they could to make you all one color before they put your ass on their black magazine. Girl, bye.
Girl,
They should have never put her on the magazine. Call somebody else to do it. Where is Eve? She's still the same color she used to be. Where is Missy? Call another black woman that can give us 50 years of hip hop. Because
Why did they do that? Why did they choose Kim? Not saying that she don't have the credentials, but
because she's the
Maybe-
biggest one from
I would-
back then.
I was wondering if it could have been maybe everybody else has already graced Ebony and they haven't given her the chance.
Obviously.
To honor her. She looks beautiful here, in one of those shots.
hold on, let me see.
When she kind of like grabs her hair a little bit.
Yeah, not at one of them. At one point.
And then, but they Dad, I'm sorry, I'm a little mesmerized because I'm stuck. I can't believe this. And then this is what they give us.
I was trying to find it. That's why I said, Okay. Oh, I hate this. I do hate this. But this is the thing, y'all. I'm not just talking about Kim. But this is what I mean when I'm talking about these people on TV who go and get shit done, and they always have a reasoning for the start of it. I'm not saying that Lil' Kim was bullshitting when she got that first surgery done. But after that, they go through something traumatic or they sick, they get the first surgery, and then after that, it's snowball effect. Then we can't even recognize you no more.
Who's that?
That's a dangerous game.
Sheree's on that Sheree's on that role right now.
It's just
Like,
really sad
she on her
because
way.
eventually
one
with
more
some
time,
of these
sorry.
people, I can merge their old face and their new face together. Like at this point, it's been enough time where I can merge K Michelle's two faces. And my brain tells me that's K Michelle. I can merge Sheree nose now that she putting that filler on the tip. But with Lil Kim, I still have never been able to merge any of her faces for my brain to immediately click and tell me that that's Lil Kim.
I don't know why she has to look Asian now. Like, you look like the fucking cat lady. I hate that you did this to yourself. And she's getting so much filler in her face. Like, you look so full in the face. Like, why? She never looked this big in the face when she was like younger. Or even maybe I'll say 10 years ago. Like, let me pull up a picture from like 2012 or something like that. And I feel like she didn't look this weird. But she's continued to make herself look like Saw. Thank you.
Girl.
Hang it up. Clothesline.
Listen, she was so beautiful. I'm over here looking at old photos like, dang, Kim.
They're imprinted on my brain. I loved Kim growing up. Like, especially because Kim was like one of the first brown-skinned black girls to get huge major ads and deals and shit. Like, when she got the MAC campaign, y'all, I will never forget how big that was when Kim got that damn MAC campaign. And I just don't understand why she didn't think she was beautiful after the first nose job. Like, she had a nose job when, no matter what people say, when that shit came out, that was after Biggie died. It was a brand new nose. It was new titties. She could have left it alone right then. But no, we got to keep doing shit until we turn ourselves into the cat lady. Because that's what, look at the cheeks. And then look at a picture of her from 2000. Like, girl, you would have looked exactly the same if you left yourself alone. And that's the biggest hurt to me, knowing that she would have aged so well if she had left herself alone.
For sure.
Ooh,
you
that
know,
lollipop
as
video
much
was the shit.
as much
she
as
gotta have
I
some type of internal struggle with that. That is a sad situation.
Yeah, for sure. As much as I want to like get on to Kim, I also feel like I blame a good portion of it on the industry and the males in the industry that made her feel less than, especially as a darker skinned woman, you know, to where she had
Biggie.
to go about changing all of these different things about herself. You feel me? That shit is sad as hell. Thank you so much, Pacino, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No matter what
Kim,
people. I mean,
we
she
still
lives
like you. It was just the good night.
It's a tragic situation.
It was. I hate that. And it's
I still
crazy
love her
because
music.
this is supposed to be a moment that you're supposed to be being honored in hip hop, and you really can't even be honored how you may have wanted to because we're so distracted by the cover. We can't even get into the magazine because we're still focused on the front cover. And I
And
hate that.
why it's happening like this? What did I do? Somebody said I was tripping. What I did?
All right. Well, we wish you the best, Kim. You know, we still love and support you. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna keep going because there's more foolery out here. And I think that Tyler might have missed the mark just a little bit here. So y'all know Crystal, I believe it's Crystal Renee. I really like her. She's on Sisters. She has her own podcast now. And she had a chance to sit down with Tyler Perry and they had conversations about women making more money than men and finding a certain type of mate that if he doesn't make enough, then you should kind of be content because they're a good guy and all of that. But reading the room would be knowing that women is tired of that at this particular point. But I think he read the room because he said he knew he was going to get flack for it, but he was going to say it anyway.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will, in our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth, right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that Yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, you handle the light bill, baby, you can take me to dinner every now and then. That is fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's so hard for a lot of people to take in, because that means, no, I need somebody to, who is, they need to make 5 times more, and I got to have, well, go on, keep your list, baby.
Yeah.
God bless you. Hope it happens. Go on, keep your list. But when you talk about just someone to love you and support you, I know people who whose men can't touch what they make. But when you see them together, that love, that support, that I got you, babe, it's a beautiful thing.
He talking about Oprah and Stedman.
Uh-huh.
He said, I know people.
And I said that. I was like, but I would like to remind you, Tyler, Stedman is a fucking lawyer. Stedman is not a bum just sitting at the house with his name on his shirt, paying only one bill while you get your briefcase out into your Bentley to go to work. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, stop coloring your hair and your beard, Tyler. You look crazy. You don't know hair, so please stop doing that to yourself. You look insane. That's how we knew we couldn't trust nothing you was about to say, because you didn't Beijing the fucking beard and the hair. I was just like, is that a part? Like, what's going on? I don't care. Either way, Tyler, you're just trying to get us to stay in this stupid mindset of, being okay with niggas who ain't shit so that you can sell your shows to us. Because Zatima just came back. That's why he's talking to her. Because Zatima came back on BET Plus. And the whole storyline is Fatima come save this man. He's out here reckless with his dick. He got all this stuff going on, but come save this man and be there for him. Like, no, Tyler. Equally yoked is what we're looking for, honey. Like, it's not about you making 5 times more. No, that's not what the fuck we talking about. We talking about, if I make $50,000 a year, you need to make $50,000 a year or close to it or above. But I'm not Ebony K. Williams about to marry a bus driver. I'm not Tiffany Haddish about to go pick a homeless man up off the fucking street. Please stop pushing this on black women. We do enough. We take on bummy ass niggas enough. Like y'all heard the last story that could not be real. But at the end of the day, there are so many niggas out there that we allow to take advantage all the time. Can you please stop impressing that on us? Can you impress upon these men to be okay with the fact that they don't make a lot of money? Can you impress that upon them? Because to be real, they're the ones that needed to hear that statement. Because what do they do when women do have money? Treat them like shit.
I was thinking the same, because you do have quite a bit of those men where the women is going to end up superseding them. Maybe it don't start out like that in the relationship initially, but then they end up making more. And then how do they deal with that? A lot of times they have these conversations, and I don't be liking how it always starts off with what the women got to do, what the women got to fix, versus like having the conversations about what the men need to work on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hollered when he said when women was like, he said women gotta be like, I gotta make this and he gotta make that, and he was like, have your list, baby. I say that's true, because in all honesty and in full reality, everybody not finna just get no man that got it like that. They just not. So you either, like when he was talking about like marriage and stuff, I'm like, well, at that point she kind of settled for who the hell he is. Then that is kind of like on her. Y'all don't have to date these type of people.
I don't like the fact that he was laughing at the point that, keep your list. Like, God forbid a bitch have expectations and boundaries and shit for herself. And I really do feel like people love to act like most young women are out here completely oblivious and wanting some man that makes $1 million and they work down to the check cashing place. And I'm just kind of like, that is such a lie. Those girls only want men to make a lot of money because the men they're dating are drug dealers. I don't know. I don't know girls in real life that have real boyfriends and shit, or men that are expecting them to be making Tyler Perry money. Like that. I don't see that.
Have those expectations are single. But the thing that gets me is this. I hate hearing this narrative. Like, I feel like only black people talk like this, telling women that they should accept less because he's a good man. I only hear black people talk like that. The other thing that I hate hearing is rich people try to give this type of advice. Like Bonnie said earlier, like if you make $50,000, you can't survive with somebody who make 30. Quit playing.
Right.
You can't give that type of advice. Now, if you make 100, you might be okay with somebody that makes 60, maybe, and that's your prerogative. But it was just, I just don't think that people who have had money for a long time or people who have like an immense amount of wealth should give this type of advice. Because when you a millionaire, you can date whoever the fuck you want to date. You go pick somebody up out of the McDonald's drive-thru if they got a good personality, and you gonna be good.
Nicki
So
Minaj, anybody?
You definitely can do that. I don't advise it, but you can. So I'm tired of people pushing that narrative. It's old and it's tired. But the thing is, I feel like people try, it's like a whole hyperbole. They take the few outliers, because I have heard of some girls be like, whenever I date this dude, he gonna have to make this much money and he gonna have to look just like Kofi. And I'm like, girl, you might be able to find that, but what if you find somebody that's still attractive that look different than Kofi? like do he have to be dark skinned and beard and make that amount of money?
Right.
Like maybe you might want to open up your options. But when it comes to people talking about their lifestyles and how they want to live, I don't think that rich people should advise on that at all.
I was just no, you gotta go.
I just wanted to say to her point about, if they don't look exactly like Kofi. I also feel like anybody that's that specific, you're alone and you should stay alone because you're crazy.
Exactly.
You should stay alone.
Those are the people that are single. Exactly. And that's who I feel like they're trying to speak to. But that's a dangerous thing. Don't speak to people in general telling them that if you make 80, you go find somebody that make 30. Don't do that. That's dumb.
And then I feel like another thing that really irritates women when they have these type of conversations and stuff is because not only when she's the breadwinner is she making, like, of course, like more money, but I feel like a different expectation comes with that, a different level of responsibility. And I feel like sometimes, he might be a good man, but he might also feel like he doesn't have to do certain things or whatever because you the breadwinner of the family. I just feel like it may roll over to other stuff, and that gets frustrating for people.
I saw this comment, y'all. So they said Auntie Tab, babies, she retired her husband and they have a great love. And listen, I understand, but I need for you to understand. At some point, Tab was not a millionaire and her husband was taking care of her too. Now that they have been together all this time and she retires him from the police force, that makes sense. That's two people that have been supporting each other through ups and downs of having money and not having money. Tyler Perry is telling women to be okay with a man that can only pay a light bill for love when most of you niggas are incapable of love. And I also question anybody that presents themselves like everything is always, positive and all of that, especially Tab and her husband. You can say what you want to, but Tab didn't have to threaten people behind that man, which tells me a lot. Okay?
Oh, yeah, she did do a video about that where she had to kind of like,
I know y'all think I don't like her. She's hilarious.
People a little bit. The retirement thing, right? Or was it
no
video? Was the video of her having to go off on people was that her addressing the retirement thing, or was it a video about something different?
I think they were having like a podcast conversation and she was just speaking in general. I thought that it was related to her not having certain types of friends or something like that.
You can't be around my man.
Yeah.
You trying to be friends with my man and not be that type of shit. And then also Tab be talking about shit sometimes that make me wonder, Tab, who's around you? Because she'll get up and she'll do a video and it's like, oh, my sweet babies, I want to curse you out, but the Lord told me not to. You're evil though. She do shit like that. So I be feeling like y'all think Tab over there with some perfect life because she always smiling in that fucking camera, but she be low-key threatening the fuck out of people through her commentary. So that's why I feel like
Monique.
Which one?
Monique, the
Comedian?
Yeah. Sweet baby this, sweet baby that, love.
We'll get together that way.
I love you for real. My sweet babies.
She will.
I like Tab, y'all. Please don't get me, because people think I don't like Tab because I make fun of her, but she's hilarious to me. Toxic positivity is hilarious to me.
Anything else on Tyler?
Tyler, where's your woman? Didn't you have a baby with somebody?
Listen,
Who said
did. He
that?
got a son. Girl, that came out years ago.
With the woman that he was with.
The only woman he's ever been seen dating.
Were they dating or were they friends?
We don't know. We had no idea.
I always thought they were dating.
And then popped up with a baby.
Oh,
Did you marry her, Tyler? You want to tell us black women about accepting niggas with no money? Are you marrying your baby mama, or are you just making somebody else a baby mama?
Oh, no. Thanks. Oh, no, that's Mo. Thank you for the super chat. Perfect timing. It's the fact that he changed his voice up for me. It's like he was making a mockery and continuously making a joke of black women. He said what he said was dangerous. Thank you so much for the super chat. Interesting. And I feel like sometimes those be the conversations that a lot of these men that used to follow Kevin Samuels will take and twist and turn and then make the men that is just a good man, Savannah, don't make a whole lot, then turn around and make those men, quote unquote, high value men. Like, y'all have to calm down and figure it out.
And women who would take this advice will go over to Kevin Samuels' channel for that, so he could tell them where to lower their standards.
But I'm gonna say this though before we move on. Y'all do what y'all want to do, because y'all gonna do that anyway, because that's just how y'all is. Okay, I don't have to live in your relationship. You do. Hey Kimmy, how are you? Let's keep going.
Girl,
let's keep going. I want to talk about Monique real quick. So Monique the comedian, it looks like she's calling out, I believe it's CBS, because girl, one thing about Monique is gonna get her check. The people is going to pay her, period. And I'm here for it. Like, I hate to say it. I haven't checked out her full message to see what she got to say, but I'm gonna listen to it, and we're gonna see what she talking about.
Hey, my sweet babies, I'm Monique.
And I'm Sydney.
And we're coming to y'all today to let you know we're standing with all the unions that are striking right now. And we have a story that we must share of our own with the community. Countess Vaughn and I did a show called The Parkers. The Parkers has now been on air for 24 years. And they're trying to convince us through our ownership of the show that we made absolutely no money.
And it's baffling, being that when you have a conversation with the executive producers and they allude to the fact that the show in its entirety, 5 years, was made for under $70 million. It went out of production in 2004, but by 2009, we see profit participation statements that show the program made over $700 million, but yet was in a close to $1 billion, if not $1 billion deficit.
So what we're asking you, CBS, is can you please treat these two black women fairly? When our brother Dave Chappelle, who ironically had a deal with CBS, said he signed the deal out of desperation and it was a bad deal, they were able to go back and do the right thing. And they made that deal fair, and they paid Dave Chappelle what he rightfully deserved. What we're asking you, CBS, don't pay us any more, but don't pay us any less.
And the reason why we're having this conversation out loud for the community to hear is this. We see the numbers, and they still don't want to pay. What will happen to you when you don't even know the numbers exist?
So we're asking you, and when we say community, we mean community as in the ones that's fighting for equality. Will you stand with us? CBS, will you treat us fairly? We love y'all for real, my babies.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Keisha. Why does she always need her husband to join her? Thank you for the super chat. Let me say this.
I got an answer for that.
We appreciate the support of the husband. However, ma'am, and I love you for real, Mo. I'm not even gonna hold you. My thing is, girl, he was not on the set of Parkers. I just refuse to believe that man was present. And I'm just confused as to why is he sitting there next to you having a conversation that you could have had with us.
Instead of Countess.
I know why.
Boom, come on, Countess and her could have did this together.
The reason is because she has to force everyone to respect him. That's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because because she's the breadwinner, because she makes most of the money, she has to allow him space to talk every time she has something to say, because she has to force everybody to respect him, because they probably don't want to respect him for a number of reasons, but more so because whenever they see a woman with money, whenever they see her husband and he don't make as much money as her, they try to make it seem like he don't really want to be with her. He's just with her because she got money, which is the craziest thing, because she's walking around with vagina. Y'all want to be with women who don't have anything just because they have vagina. Why do you think that a man wouldn't want a woman that has money and a vagina? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know. But I do feel like it's just her always trying to make her audience respect her husband. I also hated his hat.
I
didn't
just
like
hated
that.
that it wasn't natural.
But there we go,
He was
Necey.
messing up the flow. She did a really good job reading by herself. It was more impactful. When he was reading, I was like, what? Who wrote
It's
this?
given you're allowing him to make you look bad just so you can include him. And that's what you keep doing. So if that's what she want to do, I'm going to let her do it. But y'all should pay them people they fucking money. Y'all always trying to get away with not paying people for these shows, but be streaming them and been in syndication playing on BET our whole goddamn lives, basically.
I agree. And I feel like this is a good time to ask for that. While you got the actors, the writers, everybody on strike asking for things, I feel like this is the time. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see more people coming to the forefront trying to get paid for stuff. That's what,
I hope
I
they
would like
do.
to know. I hope so.
Somebody said, use your strengths. He could have held the camera.
That was the comment for me. Because I agree. That's what does he need to be in the back sometimes. He can be involved, but reading that script.
And and I feel like, to Bondy's
So
point
the
of having
husband was
people-
reading like Sweetie at the VMAs.
Oh my God.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Lord. Sweetie is a prime example of how you can be beautiful and that's it. I don't know why, men are always like, women can't, they have to do something. Why they, just be. No, women can literally just be beautiful and nothing else. And Sweetie is the perfect example of that. She doesn't do anything good besides look good.
That is too funny. And that's what I think her husband could have did, was just sit there and be her moral support. He didn't really have to offer much of, an opinion or anything, or read that. Like, I don't know. But I love that y'all asked, like, where was Countess? That makes so much sense. If y'all are the ones advocating, and y'all both black women should come together, and y'all could have did that video on your own. Okay.
Child, Countess ain't got time for that. So I don't know why, but I just imagine Countess laying in her bed somewhere like, girl, I ain't got time for that.
I believe it. I can see that. But she gonna want to benefit from it, though.
That's
this
exactly what I
to
was
my
thinking.
thing, though, coming from Countess. But we are about to get into something else, and there is no benefit in this situation at all. If anything, it's gonna cost you.
Ooh,
Dirty
I'm
people.
talking about some caucasity.
Dirty
come on.
caucasity.
So for the people that are wondering, this is Ashton Kutcher with his wife. I think it's Mila. Is how you say, or Mila is how you say her name. And the man you see there with them is Danny Masterson. Now, Danny Masterson is formerly an actor, and he was on one of the shows that I'm familiar with is That 70s Show. Well, he was just sentenced to prison for rape. Okay. I believe it was how many women? Like two? Was it two of them?
Yeah, it was two.
Okay. So what ended up happening was the Kutchers is what I'll call them. So first of all, y'all know when there's somebody that's on the line, it's about, you dealing with trial, you got to go to court, you about to be sentenced. Oftentimes when you're being sentenced, people write letters to speak on behalf of your character and things like that. Okay. So this is what they decided to do. And I think they did it not thinking it was going to be released to the public, but I don't know why they didn't learn nothing from the Tory Lanez, but that's probably not their arena. They probably don't be checking it out. But they decided to write something. And once they wrote this letter speaking to his character, how great of a person he is, all this and that, girl, the people got at him when they found out. So they came and they decided to give the people this video.
We are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years. so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read, and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
I kind of feel like they could have kept the video because I
Absolutely.
feel like the damage is done. It's too late. Y'all already wrote this statement. It seems like Ashton has resigned from his company or organization for something anti-victims or something, some organization he has that he has recently resigned from. And now Danny Masterson's wife is just now deciding to divorce him after being sentenced. So I don't know, maybe she believed in him too. But y'all Kutcher's done kind of up now. Y'all gonna have to go and lay low and get real quiet because the people not really featuring y'all right now.
They look dirty. I hate that, they don't take baths every day. And so as soon as they popped on the screen, she looks really greasy, which tells me she hasn't probably, done what she should do. Like, wash your legs, Mila. But I don't care about hearing this from them because, to be honest, y'all gave statements to shorten or to have leniency. Y'all already knew what was going on. And this is Hollywood. Y'all heard about the rumors before the shit went to trial. So honestly, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but when you decided to write a character statement for somebody that is literally got convicted for rape, yeah, no, you're okay with it. You're probably one of those same people that is okay with it. And now because this has come out and you didn't think this would come out, now you're having to backtrack and make, apologies and all of that type of shit. I think Mila seemed low-key annoyed that they even had to record the video because somebody probably told them, y'all need to do this because this looks bad. And I'm going to tell you right now, it still looks bad. Y'all look dirty and it looks bad, and I'm not fucking with y'all no more, which is really sad because I really like Mila Kunis. I like her.
Yeah, I really like both of them. I feel like you might have said something when you said she seemed like she was annoyed because it is giving off. I'm just doing this video to quiet y'all down, but I really don't give a fuck. Bitch, I'm rich and I'm gonna go back doing whatever the hell it is that I do, and I'm gonna continue to stay in contact with Danny because that's my friend and you guys don't really know him like that. So whatever, like here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was reading their character statement and I was not here for it. So, okay, in their apology, technically, they didn't lie. They didn't flat out say that they didn't believe the victim. But with their actions, they chose a side and they wanted to minimize what he had done. The character statement threw me because they were talking about how it would impact his daughter to not have him in her life. And I was thinking to myself, how irresponsible of y'all to say that, knowing that y'all have kids and y'all think that the influence of a man who's been convicted of being a rapist should be in his daughter's life. Like, that's insane to me. So
Wouldn't we just talk about this?
That.
I feel like we was just talking about this. Charlie, may not have been us, but somebody that was abused and they were still trying to allow the father to see the kid, even though the man was abusing the woman. Shit, I can't remember what I was.
Hadn't heard.
I don't know.
Damn, I forgot. Damn, but still,
Yeah.
I feel like that
to your point,
that was on Twitter.
it might have. But I definitely feel like that's a weird ass thing that y'all always do that. If a man beats his wife, y'all still feel like he should be able to see his kids. If a man is a grape juicer, you somehow think he's a good dad. Oh,
Yeah.
gunplay. It might have been gunplay. Yes, I think it was gunplay because your girl did a video talking about co-parenting with him. And I'm like, but he pulled a gun on y'all. And he should still have access to his child.
I feel like it was Blueface too.
It probably was Blueface.
Because a lot of people was calling out Krishan for, not allowing that man to be at the hospital when she gave birth to that baby. And I'm like, are you crazy? He's disrespectful as fuck.
I'm just disgusted that they sat there as a united front and decided as a union that this was the thing to do. Like, y'all have kids. Like, men go up for men all the time when they do things like that. But you as a woman decided to be in union with your husband on this dumb stuff.
Necey, somebody said in the comments that Mila, is much younger than Ashton, and Ashton was inappropriate with her when they were on that show together. They was on the 70s show together before they got to get, he was still with Demi Moore and all of
14.
that. And I think there's a story about the dude telling him he should kiss her or stick his tongue down her throat or some shit.
Yup.
Yeah. So she ain't right up here neither.
Yeah, no, I heard.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not you over there being the board chair. Thank you for this Heavenly Games of an anti-child group, and you had the audacity to write. You ain't had no choice but to step down, big boy.
That makes sense. I can't remember what movie or TV show it was, but there was a TV show or a movie about how the people that actually run those anti-sex trafficking things, they're the ones that actually traffic people a lot of time. Like, they say they anti that, and it actually is like a back door to it. Like,
I would not be shocked. I
wouldn't be shocked either.
Y'all are the piece of people.
And then did y'all hear about them stories on TikTok? People was really trying to expose him, where allegedly back in the day he had an ex-girlfriend that was killed in her home, and he wasn't the one who did it, but he claimed that he had never saw her on the day of her death when, and they say he showed up to her house and discovered her body. And he called his team about it instead of calling the police. And they ended up saying that he thought that it was wine on the floor. Y'all haven't heard that?
No.
That was coming out. I need to find the TikTok. But that right after they made this video, that was coming out. And, because after you say something fucked up, they like, hold on, you was being a bad person this other time. Yeah, they brought that up. It was this girl, I think she was in the early 2000s. Can't remember the girl name.
Gwen Starks, thank you for the super chat. The cast of Friends is getting nearly 10 million annually in residuals.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. There was one point where they whole cast said if we don't get what we want, ain't nobody coming back.
Yeah,
and Girlfriends tried to do the same thing, but Tony was the only one that stayed on that road, and everybody else caved, from what I understand about Girlfriends.
Oh, yikes. Thank you, D. Johnson, for the super chat. It's wild because Ashton owns a whole app system that helps find missing and trafficked girls that he was working with Congress for millions. Disgusting. Thank you so much for the super chat.
And thought it was a smart idea to write a character witness statement for this nigga. Like, you have to be a part of that shit in some type of way for you to even still do that. Because if you care that much about girls and what's happening to them, you should have been disgusted by that nigga and told his family, I ain't writing shit for him.
And I'm not going to put myself in jeopardy when I know I own this organization or whatever the case is. But then also I feel like, see, Danny, I feel like you thought because your privilege couldn't work, because they got more money than you thought they privilege would work.
And some Scientology shit involved in that too.
Oh, what?
I was about to say that's probably one of the reasons why they felt compelled to go up for him.
Okay, well,
because they definitely, that's another space where they do not protect those children at all.
No, they stopped.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think they said Tom Cruise stopped all communication, like with his family, whenever Katie Holmes decided that she didn't want to be a part of the Scientology church anymore. Like, these people will withdraw from their children and their spouses in the name of Scientology, and they pay all their money to them too. Like,
yes,
the guy, what's the guy name who just got convicted? The one we're talking about right now,
Danny Masterson.
Apparently, they said that he was his family was completely broke paying Scientology because he grew up in Scientology, and that's kind of how he got his start into acting. But these people pay money. It's not just famous people. People will pay
everybody
money and live in homelessness in order to be a part of the church.
And then
or organization, whatever it
is. If you've ever watched the docuseries that Leah Remini did, when I tell you she went really into that shit. and she talked about how they be paying for these classes, and sometimes you'll pay and get all the way up, and if you haven't done something or something, you haven't become like a fucking alien or something, you get knocked back down, and then you have to pay for more classes again.
That is what it is. Alien or something. That is, I
Weird.
forgot.
Yeah, you're supposed to be like, become a fucking
Like an
alien or some shit.
extraterrestrial being or something.
Yes.
It's
What?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. I heard some of Leah's because wasn't it on Lifetime? I think I heard some of or watched some of
A&E.
hers.
I
Or
thought it was
maybe
on
Yeah.
A&E back in the
May
day.
have been
Can't
A&E.
remember.
But she did good with that. Yeah, Mimi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta talked about how, her mama basically said fuck her when she was like
Oh,
15.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yup. I forgot about that.
Probably following some white man into, Scientology. But it's
Yup.
a cult. It's a cult, but it's a cult full of rich people with access.
Interesting.
They buy a lot of real estate in Los
They
Angeles.
claim that Will and Jada in it.
Mm-mm. From what I
I don't think they
understand,
in it.
they not in it, but they studied it. I think at one point, especially Jada was like studying a whole bunch of like different religions. And they studied the Scientology thing too. But I think it was probably more so from the point of I have access, so I want to see what's going on over here. But I don't think they're actually like in it from what I understand. But child, you never know with these Hollywood people.
Whoa.
But they still give too black for that for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not for me.
yeah, you don't think so?
I feel like they do. I think they do get a little too black. But I mean,
At least
I guess I feel like the August Alsina thing probably got Necey like, I'm putting that past these people.
And not just the August Alsina thing, but I don't know. They just seem like very open people, open to anything. So I can't say that they too black for that, in my opinion.
I'm only saying that because I just finished listening to Will's audiobook. And just based on the way he grew up and all of that, something about it, I feel like he wouldn't have ever really Jada might have been more inclined than Will was to become a Scientologist. Because Will seemed like, I ain't giving all of my money like that to no fucking body, and I'm not giving control. The people in Scientology have a lot of control issues with the people in Scientology. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really extend their control outside of just the church. I think, it just, nah.
Oh yeah, I would stick on they too black side because I feel like out of control, Jada controls the hell out of Will. In all honesty, so I just don't. I feel like if she wanted to go there, he would go there. So I think she probably the one that would be heavily more so not interested than him. I don't know. I just see her being the power one in the relationship.
Yeah, Jada was trying to learn about all religions. Honestly, I feel like that was smart because you can't get caught up in something if you understand it. You know what I'm saying?
What Tiffany Haddish do?
Is she in Scientology? That would make sense. Her ass crazy as a Bessie bug.
Is she or was she
I
studying
feel like
too?
some of the people that's famous and you don't know why. Or some of the people that's famous and you think it's because they got great talent is also because of their ties in the church.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree.
But y'all, I really need for Tiffany Haddish to go sit down with a fucking, like, a real good therapist, like, for a whole week, bitch. Go every day.
Oh, just a week? Oh, you mean every day? Every day?
Yes.
Go every day, 365.
Like, every day in the week because something wrong, baby. Something is really wrong. I don't know how else to say it.
Oh, so wrong. All right, y'all. It's time for us to get into some TV talk. All right. Make sure that you guys are indeed liking up the video as we go ahead and we get ready to switch this thing over. Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let's go ahead and let's talk about it. We are going to start off with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. All right. So the show opened up, of course, with Bambi versus Every Damn Body, and it was given all the S's. Okay. Spice, Shekinah, and Damn Scrappy. And of course, Spice is in her feelings because she feels like Erica is aware. I'm sorry, not Erica, but Bambi is aware of everything that Erica said. I'm tired of Spice. I don't know how else to say it. That's just the short answer. Like I'm getting tired of her. I do feel like there could have been a piece of bullshitting on Bambi's side, but at the end of the day, you don't have to get an attitude with that lady because she's friends with somebody else, and that's really what it was. I think Bambi did have a conversation with Erica about what happened, but I do believe that Erica did not tell her that she called that lady the monkey. Shekinah just wanted to be loud for no reason. That's why I'm glad that Eel came up there and touched on her damn leg, and she went crazy and had to go off to the side. That's what you get.
That was the best part of the episode.
It's giving water snake because that's what you were giving. And then Scrappy, how did you get in it, baby? How did you get in it? Oh, I remember now. Bambi was saying that everybody was coming down on her because she is
getting a divorce. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it right out the gate. People not gonna like it. Bambi girl, you sounded like Erica Mena with all this talking about a divorce. Every time, like when they was on the boat and these people was arguing, you flipped it and was, I don't know, I getting a divorce and this and that. And for me, it was just giving Erica Mena the same way she'd be up there talking about Safari. So please do not go down her road of just, thinking that everybody's really coming up against you because it got something to do with your divorce.
That you decided to do. That you decided was going to be the best thing for you.
That was I was like, Bambi girl. Nah, I can't be with you on that one.
I disagree. I disagree. I feel like what she was saying, because I ain't seen the whole thing. I just saw that episode at the beginning, the part at the beginning in the clips, when he apologized to her. But she was saying, y'all blame me. It's, it's all my fault. Why he cheated on me. It's on me. That's what she was saying. And I feel like they do.
Shekinah said you.
It was
got you. Okay.
What she got to say?
She said you wasn't fasting for your husband. You over here talking about you fasting for Spice, but not him. And she's like, "What I'm fasting for him for? He cheated on me."
And I also think that in their group, Scrappy goes around telling everybody, and people kind of be on Scrappy's, oh, she talked to me bad. She wasn't appreciating me. She wasn't showing me the love, and she was acting funny with me. I really do think a lot of them are blaming Bambi for why the marriage did not work out, even though he cheated on her. Mm-hmm. And when he said in front of everybody, how you just gonna leave me over some text messages? You ain't never really loved me if you gonna leave me over some text messages. Sir, it's not just the text messages. It's you being an asshole and a bum energetically this entire time. I think she was already tired, and when she saw the text, it was over. The only difference between her and Erica is that she not still fucking Scrappy. There's nothing about their situation that makes me feel like she's still fucking him. And on top of that, I feel like Scrappy is still doing shit to antagonize Bam. Plus, I don't think Bambi really wanted a divorce. So I think her crying about the divorce is because, it hasn't really happened. It's still fresh, so it hasn't even fully went through. Then you on the show and everybody's coming down on you. And then you got Shekinah talking about he saved you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they were just poking at every single one of the things that bothers Bam that they always say. I do not feel like Scrappy saved Bam. I think that Bambi was already, in the reality TV world when they got together. You really wanted to be with that lady. Stop fucking fronting. And honestly, she probably saved you because she seems to be the one more financially stable. So I don't know how he saved her when she gave him 3 kids, married him, legitimized him, all for him to turn around and make himself look like an asshole all over again. Girl, you can't save him. Don't try.
I believe that all of that is true. But I also feel like in that scene, Bambi was looking for sympathy when it came to Scrappy, because it didn't seem like they was talking about Scrappy at all before they got to that scene. It seemed like she was talking about arguing with Spice. Scrappy shows up, and then you decide to say, everybody wants to attack Bambi. It's kill Bambi. It's this. And I'm going through a divorce, but y'all don't know what he did. And as soon as she said that, I said, oh, shit, here we go.
But that was Shekinah, though. I think that was... Shekinah prompted her saying that, because remember it was about, you was fasting, because Shekinah was explaining that Erica said they fasted and she didn't believe the shit, and she was like, but how can you say that's fake? You don't know. She was like, I know y'all wasn't fasting, because if you was fasting you still have your husband. And so that's how she got on to the Scrappy train. And then he walked in like right then, spoke to everybody but her.
Another thing that I was thinking was whenever later on in episode she said And I'm saying two things can be true. Scrappy is fucked up. I'm not saying that
Mm-hmm.
Bambi did anything wrong, but I'm saying that it's noticeable to me that she was looking for sympathy, because later on in the scene, she ends up saying, nobody stood up for me. And to me, I think that she probably shouldn't have even went on a trip knowing he was going to be there, because they're not in a good spot. They're not in a good spot. You know that he manipulates the friend group. You know you have a group of friends that don't support you. So
Right.
to me, I just hated to see her feel like she had to beg in that scene for somebody to say, hey, make him the bad guy. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to do that. Fuck all these people and go collect your piece.
True. And when she talks about people not having her back, I'm like, well, then shit, your closest friend is Sierra. I guess she could have probably spoke up and said more. You know what I'm saying? With having your back and stuff. So, but yeah, what did you guys think about the Amy versus Rennie situation? Because of course they had some exchange of words. They seemed like they resolved it, but initially, you know, when this argument was happening, Amy was telling, I believe she talking to Bambi, and she was like, or Sierra, one of the two. She was like, "Don't argue with that." I do think it was a shot at Shekinah. I think it was giving like that, to like, or whatever. But at the end of the day, I do think Rennie was being messy as hell. And what I did not like was how every time Rennie and Amy get into it, they always go to Amy, to me, and try to tell Amy that she's the one that's doing too much. And I don't like that at all. I'm not even gonna lie. Look, I was like, girl, I mean, is it giving a piece of colorism? Like, what is it? I mean, is it giving that? Because how is she wrong? Like, she ain't even do nothing. Rennie was being messy, period. Because she didn't have to go back and relay nothing. That's
Who
what she
said
chose to
Amy was
do.
wrong?
Yandy. Yandy
Oh,
over
I
there
don't
trying to
remember
talk to her,
that.
telling her she do too much and she needs to, like, you know, tone it down and da 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 da. And I'm like, first of all, Yandy, why are you here? You trying to find your placement in the group? So
Yeah,
you
they just
always trying to hop into
spectators.
other people's business and stuff. Everybody's business she's in. But I just feel like Rennie was wrong. But I feel like if they really move past their issue, I really think they'll be some good friends. I
Hmm.
really think they will really like each other.
It don't even
But
seem like they really want to beef like that to me. At least on Rennie's
no,
side. Rennie being messy, but it's always like, oh, we beefing, but I could let it go. That's the vibes I'm getting.
right. Well, I mean, I don't know. We're gonna have to see. I mean, because Amy she do be really mad with Rennie though. I don't know what it be, if it really bothers her. Rennie be just trying to play it cool, but you be sneaky as fuck. So I don't really trust that.
It was
I don't
messy.
trust that. And I feel like Amy was right when she said, you over there trying to be messy. This had this lady checking me. Now I feel like I need to check you. And then that's when we really get into some things. But I don't think that Amy was wrong for saying that. No, like nobody said anything. They literally overlooked what the hell Rennie did. I didn't
Hmm.
like that.
She said, I was just stating what everybody did. Girl, nah. You and that girl was already having issues before. So you heard out of everybody and wanted to make sure everybody knew what was said coming from her mouth.
Exactly. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jarrell Corbin. They infiltrated the law enforcement and government. So I believe he's referring to Ashton Kutcher and all of those people in Scientology and stuff. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see what else we got going on. Kirk. Kurt convinces Scrappy to have the conversation with Bambi.
I immediately
So
started rolling my eyes. Why is Kirk and
why?
Rashida think they the relationship gurus of the group?
That's because they've been together the longest. They've been together the longest, and I get maybe because they feel like they've been through the most stuff, they feel like they can counsel people.
Mm.
But they sent Scrappy over there for no reason because I knew it wasn't going anywhere. I mean, I appreciated him for apologizing, which was nice. I'm like, okay, you apologizing to, I appreciate that. It might be a piece of genuine, but it's not going to change anything. It seemed like when he grabbed her hands to like look at her in her eyes and really say like, hey, I love you. I love you. Da, da, da. I'm like, dang, is this your way of trying to convince her to not go through with the divorce? Is that what it's really giving?
That's what I was thinking. I feel like that's what Kirk was low key trying to do. But that goes back to Bambi's point of feeling like people ain't on her side. They want her to say, forget it. You love this man. Go ahead and stay. And I feel like that's what they wanted to come from it. Scrappy knows that he's at fault for the reason why they're getting a divorce, but it's insane to me that he's narcissistic enough to blame Bambi for being the one to actually file and not really acknowledge his bullshit. And people like Kirk are still allowing him to get by on it. So
It's
that scene did
also
nothing to me.
it's also a whole bunch of people in the comments talking about Bambi's not innocent and Bambi don't never admit to doing anything wrong. And it's just like, so what do y'all want her to admit to? The lady literally stood up in the scene and said it's all her fault. She's the reason why. And y'all still in the comments still. She's not doing enough for y'all. She didn't cheat on him. He cheated on her. He says in the scene that she's a great mother to their children. Like, what is she supposed to be admitting to in order for y'all to feel like she's worthy of people having sympathy for the space that she's in, being somebody's wife, doing everything you can, the nigga dog you out, and you decide that you're not gonna stay to get dogged out again, and you just leave and you're the bad guy. I really want to understand what people's mindset is about this, because to me it just seems like y'all want to find a way to blame the woman no matter what. Even when the man is caught red-handed fucking his ex-girlfriend, y'all are still gonna find a way to blame her for whatever this nigga did. And that's exactly what she was saying in the scene. Y'all doing it in the comments. Y'all been doing it. I saw somebody earlier talking about how she was talking about how she did E-Money. How did she do a money exactly? Tell me how she did E-Money. Because if you believe in what Erica says, you should take whatever Erica says with a grain of salt. This is the same person that we watched go through shit with Scrappy for over decade plus. We watch her and Scrappy argue about Scrappy, and then she turns around and says that all of the issues they had was because of Bambi. And somehow you want me to believe anything coming out of fucking Erica's mouth about E-Money? Get out of here with that. At the end of the day, his apology was forced on him because that's what production wanted him to do. And he need to get that check, but he didn't really mean it. But when he sat there and told her he was sorry and fessed up to what was really going on, he then turns into, I love you. No, for real. I love you. I love you. And do you know why she kept her shades on even when it wasn't even over her ears? Do you know why? Because she don't want this nigga to see her eyes, because she really wants to fall for this. She wants to, but she knows she can't. He was trying to get her wrapped up. He was trying to get her to respond to him in like. And when she didn't respond to him in like, when he couldn't go to her room after all of this and fuck her that night, I promise you it was back to fuck Bambi and it's all her fault. So yeah, you know, whatever y'all gotta say.
When he was doing all that apologizing, when he said I love you for the second time, I was like, oh yeah, he's trying to go to her room tonight.
That's what that was giving. He thought he was gonna be back in there. That's what he thought. And you thought wrong, Scrap. Was there anything else about the episode? I feel like the episode didn't give a whole lot. Did we? I mean, was there anything else that we cared to touch on with them?
No, I think we covered everything.
That's what I think too. So let's go ahead and talk about Love and Hip Hop Miami. Okay. I think this episode to me was much better, in my opinion, okay, than Love and Hip Hop ATL. So pretty much it starts off with Shay being pissed off with her baby daddy because he went off on her damn mama last week about that dog. So she's upset with him and she's checking him, telling him, like, listen, you was out of order. That's my queen. You need to respect my mama. You're gonna have to apologize to her. And of course, he's like, yeah, he gonna do it. But then he turn around, in my opinion, and hurry up and talk about Mama D to get the heat off him. And I'm wondering, one, if he gonna have that conversation and apologize to her mama. But you wanted to talk more so about Mama D. Now, granted, Mama D was wrong as hell. And she needed to be, cut off real quick. As far as when he was cutting her off, when he was talking to her, she was out of line. But it's like, the conversation is about you and her mama right now. So what you gonna do about that? You should have went over there and called that lady on their phone and apologized to her, or set up a meeting so you can apologize in her damn face. But Shay, I don't think this is a good candidate for you. But you're gonna continue to ride till the wheels fall off, as you have been doing for the past 10 years. So good luck to you, girl.
Yeah, he manipulated the fuck out of her in that scene. Because she was able to switch over from the disrespect with her mama. Like when she was talking to him about disrespect to her mama, she had this tone, was like, that was fucked up. You shouldn't talk to my mama like that. And then all of a sudden, when it came to defending him, she got fired up to try to show him that she was on his side. You my man. I'm not for that. So I'm like, he wins. He wins because you are so sidetracked that you can't even really cater that same energy to the disrespect he showed for your mama. But it was funny to me how her mama was like, I'm ready for the conversation whenever. I'm ready.
First of all, the Platts, y'all. The Platts are always gonna be the biggest teller for me that this nigga ain't shit. And you shouldn't be trying to make no marriage or no husband happen with this man. Okay? For me, Fabo is disrespectful. He's probably a bum. And Shay can do way better, but Shay is delusional and obviously digmatized. So she's going to allow this man to disrespect her mama, play in her face, use her up, probably raise her cortisol levels and put her in a bad space to take care of her baby. And then after all of that, she'll finally leave him. And I just hated the fact that she was sitting up there crying and mad at Mama D. Girl, why are you taking Mama D seriously? He should have known not to take Mama D seriously at the end of the day. Like, it's Mama D. That lady is not okay. There's no reason to take anything she takes seriously. He could have laughed her off and moved on. But to blame that situation for why he told her mama, fuck that dog, yeah, nah. That nigga's disrespectful to anybody's mama because he has no respect for women. That's why you've been arguing with him for a decade. Okay, that's why you've been going back and fucking him and leaving him and fucking him and leaving him for over a decade because he is a bummy nigga with good dick. So this is what we need for you to do, Shay. Please go look in the mirror, take the wig off, because with the wig on, you're going to be confused. Go look at yourself. Really start to like yourself and love yourself so that you could see that you deserve better. Because she really is one of the most honest, one of the most hustling, hardworking. Like, she's really one of the best chicks on Love and Hip Hop as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just basing that off of how, you know, after the fibroid thing, she got on her health kick. She started that business. That business does very well. She's always very, you know, honest and forthcoming as far as I'm concerned. I love Bucky in her hair. Shout out to Roxanne. I have loved Bucky since Flavor of Love, bitch. Okay. I hated when she played herself for Scrappy. Outside of that, I really like her. And I wish she would stop playing herself for niggas all the time. Because that's really the only time I can't stand her is when she is playing herself over some nigga. And Mama D, please take your delusion somewhere else. Nobody should want your son. The only person that wants your son right now is Diamond and probably Erica a little bit. So please go talk to them. Go work on them. But leave Shay out of it. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen. She tried and he dogged her out. And it's so aggravating that you continue to ignore how he dogged her out and ask her to keep liking this man. Mama D, like, if I was Shay, I would have cursed you the fuck out. Like, I would have been like, bitch, with all due respect, your fucking son played me on national television, had me thinking we was going together, all for me to show up to the reunion show, and now he engaged to the baby mama that was just supposed to be the baby mama. Yeah, I ain't forgot about that. They play that shit at least once a year on VH1. So her embarrassment lives in infamy. And she still loved him even after that. And he still played with her again. Mama D, please stop torturing that lady and leave her be.
Please stop. And go worry about the grandchildren that you do got. That was the thing for me. Like, girl, not you got about 3, 4, 5 and you all the way down there in Florida talking about you should have been the grandmother to this one right here. Why? Because you say that you want Shay to be connected to your son or be the main one that's with your son or whatever the case is. I don't really believe that. Because I feel like as soon as Scrappy sit up there and he gets with whatever woman that he gonna get with, you start hating is what you do. And you makes that lady an enemy of yours. So I feel like if she would have really been working out with Scrap, you was going to create some type of situation to bring up some type of division between y'all. So, yeah, no. Okay, Mama D, I'm gonna need you to get your life. And I feel like the reason Scrap don't want to stay with you is because he probably be feeling like your fucking boyfriend when he be over there at that damn house. Okay, and that's why he like, because I don't need you. You my mama. Don't be asking me this, that, and the other like you my lady or something. So that's probably why that man don't want to be at your damn house, because you be treating him like he your man. But,
she do.
Get
weird ass.
She
posted a very beautiful picture of herself for her birthday, because her birthday was this past week. Because I still follow Mama D, y'all. It is what it is. And It was the most beautiful picture of Scar from The Lion King I have ever seen. She looked just like Scar in this picture, Jamie. I'm about to send it to the DM so you can see it. But I remember looking at it and be like, she looks like Scar, more hair than I've ever seen. But she still looked nice. And let's not forget, y'all, I love Mama D's music. Yeah. Okay, like in that order plays around here.
Okay, you just threw me off. You love Mama D music, but not Sexy Red.
Ooh, no, what you mean?
Like Sexy Red is a true artist. Like in comparison to Mama
In that order is a great song.
I was
like,
what?
Child, girl, no, she didn't. It's the Scar for me.
I knew she was mad at me for that Sexy Red comment.
Nah. It was just crazy. It was Sexy Red, Mama D, like
my booty hole brown.
Now you know Mama D ain't talking about no booty hole being brown.
She ain't talking about nothing like that. And Young Jock did an excellent job on producing in that order. Okay? Feel good, bitch. Smell good, bitch. I feel like $1 million. Order me some wings. And bitch, don't forget my
right. I would equate Mama D's song to Come On and Get This. Come On and Get This by Nene Leakes.
Or For the Hole in the Wall. That would be something like that.
That would be a fire mix. I want to hear it on somebody's patio.
It's better than Louis Gucci Prada.
With a rib in my hand and a drink in the other hand. I want to hear that mix.
I like ratchet music. I just don't think the girl can really rap. At least Mama D was hitting that auto tune. She was on beat. Okay. In that order. I'm sorry. That was the shit. That really did used to play around here. Okay. Shout out to Young Jock. It's going down. But yeah.
We get more spins than Scrappy.
Put the pause on him. That's not true. Y'all know.
Scrappy. I was about to do a Young Jock.
You do it. Meet me in the trap. Going down. Yeah. Meet me in the. Scrappy got the Prince of Crunk. Nook, if you book. He was on that shit. Scrappy was also on another one with Lil Jon. There's another Lil Jon record he did. But he did a lot of music with with Diamond in them and Lil Jon.
He did so much. I thought he was in Crime Mob.
Yeah, Scrappy wasn't in Crime Mob.
No. I'm about to girl, why you got me looking up this nigga discography?
Nah.
Scrappy wasn't never scared.
Nah, he wasn't there. It made me think of the Genie.
Some cut. He was on Some Cut. That's my shit. Yes. Listen.
How I go? Is it? That's not
the one?
What's up? That ain't it.
Oh, what it is? That's what I'm like. What it is, ho? What's up? And the nigga get in them guts. They say that on Google. Been robbed.
Money in the bank, girl. What is that?
Give me your number.
Was he?
And I'll call. I'll follow that ass in the mall. Take her home, let her juggle my balls. Where the beat tear down your wall. Oh yeah. It's the business, baby. Listen.
Oh, he was on Get On My Level.
Was he in that song? Or that was...
I'm a King. He was on I'm a King with T.I. Y'all just making up stuff now.
Crank It.
That man was not on no. Was he on that?
He was a good rapper. I really think he don't do as well as he can because he has a hard time listening. I don't think he don't. If somebody was giving Scrappy the direction he should have took to really, really blow up, I feel like he wouldn't listen to them because I don't want nobody telling me to do. He feel like one of them type of dudes. So I feel like he probably could have did more if his attitude wasn't so fucked up.
Was on there.
But I feel like back in the day, like he definitely was like big. Head buster.
That shit went hard back in the day.
It did.
I'm annoyed that I
Shorty, what you
typed
drink?
into
Hey.
Google what it is, ho, and they pulled up that what it is, ho, and what's up. Y'all know the new version.
Yes.
I said, what the fuck is this?
Listen, today's kids will never know good music, and we are so sorry for that.
We're
We are
so sad for you.
sorry.
No, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I was literally listening to this song. I don't know if y'all listen to Brownstone or if y'all know any songs by them, but the movie Woo. Back in the day, Jada Pinkett had a terrible movie called Woo that's a cult classic for some reason. And there's a song
And I
on
seen
there.
that.
Me too.
There's a song on there called Searching. Boy, I've been searching for your love. Oh, baby, I don't know. Just and like you know how something come on and you ain't heard it in years, and you like that was my shit. So yes, I feel like y'all will never understand how some of that music really used to feel when it came on. Like, cause I don't think any of y'all music really hit like that. It might for a second, but not a
No.
long time. Oh, I do love Doechii. Okay, I love Doja. There's some good artists. Don't get me wrong, but the way R&B and rap used to
Hit
hit the radio, like and be in rotation,
like
you gotta go
702, no
look.
doubt.
Oh, girl, don't even give. Cause that was my shit. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That was my.
I've been pulling my head. What was that one?
I don't
From
know
all
that
your
one.
fussing and fighting.
Who was that? Was that Changing
That's
Faces?
702. No, that's 702.
Oh, that's
And you
702?
came into my heart,
Oh
and you
no.
was not
I don't remember that one.
invited. Oh, boy, who you think you are?
I'm gonna have to listen to that. Rest in peace to
Ain't no
Irish.
Yeah,
leave
rest in
us.
peace to Irish.
For real. No, for real. That,
Irish. Yeah.
y'all, I was
702 passed away
shocked.
over the weekend. Yeah.
I was so shocked by that. Why you rude to me? Why you do these things to me? Who are you? Who are you? You been mean to me. Gotta go,
What's
gotta
the name of
leave.
that
That's the
one?
song. Gotta
Gotta
go, gotta
go.
leave, gotta leave.
Okay.
I think it's, but that's what
Is
that I
that
was
is
trying to
that
get.
on the No Doubt album?
I don't
Gotta
know.
go, gotta leave, gotta.
What's the song from Soul Food? Ooh, hold up. Was that them or that was Total?
I think that could have been Total.
Yeah, I feel like y'all won't understand what it was like
Gotta
to
leave.
make a CD. Okay.
Nah, that was
Okay.
that was 702. You're right. That's on their second album.
Gotta leave. Child, that was my shit. Okay.
Bro.
Shout out to them. But yeah, we feel sorry for y'all. Y'all should go listen to those songs.
Y'all listen, okay? Nah, not y'all talking about Necey lost. Necey know what we talking about. Them just ain't her
Yeah.
jams.
Yeah, I know what y'all talking about. I too had to make CDs. I did.
I feel like you that old. Yeah. You that old.
For sure.
You Windows 95 old. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe 98. Child, that was a bad
Girl.
year for computers. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really a geek like that. I remember the different downloads and for Windows back in the day.
Oh, really? Girl. I used to enjoy
Dial
it because
up.
LimeWire was my girl. The way I used to
Morpheus.
finesse music.
It was
Napster.
LimeWire.
Before they got to Napster.
Yes.
Like-
I did not have
yes.
sexual relations with that woman.
Child, we saw R. Kelly sex tapes and everything on that shit.
The internet has changed drastically.
It was like it was wild and free. Like you could find anything back in the day. You could download. There are songs now that I'm glad that I had downloaded to my iPod back in the day because you can't even find them on iTunes and Apple Music. Or,
Right.
and like
What
there's just some,
songs?
for instance, it was so hard finding Why Don't We Fall in Love remix with Ludacris by A. Marie. That shit was extremely, like, I feel like they just put it on streaming service this year. Another song that was hard to find for a long time until recently was Outkast has a song that played on the Soul Food soundtrack that I love with CeeLo, In Due Time. That was not on anything for the longest. You could only find it on YouTube. There are a few like that I really used to have to go and find because for some reason I always like some song that they wasn't streaming.
Yeah.
But
I
Napster
had
was the shit.
some Drake songs that you couldn't find nowhere.
Oh
Back when
yeah,
he was
like
still
the one he
singing?
got with Trey Songz, the very first one.
Yeah,
Replacement
that-
Girl. You can't find it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
champion or the winner. I can't remember the name of that song. Yeah, I had that on a burnt CD my sister had got from Big T. But yeah, good times.
It was
Really?
good times.
I'm glad we saw it.
Now let's talk about Eliza Rain real quick, who met up with Amada. Eliza Rain happens to be the baby mom to Future. They have a daughter together. Now, let me try to run her whole story together so we can talk about her real quick. So she's not effing with Miami Tip because Miami Tip had some negative things to say, basically saying that her baby was a chick baby and that she was saying she was going to take hormone pills or something so she can get pregnant by Future, be out here in these streets and stuff, okay, with the little girl. I'm being honest out the gate. I don't believe Eliza talking about. Eliza said that her and Future was in a relationship and she was happy to have his baby. Eliza busting out crying out of nowhere when she was talking to Amada. Even Amada was like, "How did we get here?"
She was shook.
She was.
shook.
Wait, what? I feel bad. I feel bad. What?
Right. And I feel like Miami Tip wasn't lying with everything. She was just too, I don't know. I know people can like be passionate and lie, but in that moment, she definitely convinced me that she wasn't lying. She was like, girl, you had to take a DNA test before you even had the baby because you didn't know if it was Futures or a man from Ohio. I said, not you being specific with the state. So and when a person ain't really got no combat, but you lying or something like that, or like a wow or something, I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, like I don't know, Eliza, girl. I don't know. You lost me when you said you and Future was in a relationship. Now you know Future don't do relationships. Okay, you was in it by yourself. So I don't know if I believe Eliza.
I don't believe Eliza either. I mean, but you don't want your child to know if they really was a bag or not. So I understand the lie that she gonna stand on. What's the girl name? Miami Tip. She know her and she know her secrets. That's why they beefing so hard.
Okay. So let me just say this. I don't really hate on any of the girls that get pregnant for these rich rappers because essentially you niggas know that y'all are a bag and you still have sex with these women without condoms on. And then you turn around and act surprised when they want to keep the baby. So I feel like you're stupid and you should wear a condom. Because yes, having a baby by you is a lick, and a lot of them don't have shit else going for themselves. Eliza didn't have anything going on. She's working in a strip club with Miami Tip. Miami Tip just sent her fucking son to college, and she's still working down to the club. I don't want to say embarrassing, but yikes. You know what I'm saying? Because she still looks really young. She still looks the same. Too. And she's on, listen, I don't hate on the girls that are sex workers because I really do feel like I can't do it. So there needs to be a bitch who can. So shout out to you. I don't really judge the sex workers. And I also feel like, you know, it don't matter if you're a sex worker or not, you're still going to be a mother. Like, that's how motherfuckers get here. Okay. But essentially, I still don't like the way Tip, because what did she do to you for you to want to out her like this? Because at the end of the day, Future ain't shit. The fuck you out here outing the girl for when you know Future ain't shit? Like I would have let her rock just for
done nothing. She might just be feeling some type of way because, to your point, she's still stripping and Eliza ain't.
She not. And Eliza did get her life together. She did go and get her real estate license. That baby helped her do something. So ultimately, you know, I'm kind of not mad at the Eliza Rain girl for how she handled the situation, because ultimately I'm still looking at Tip like, bitch, what's up with that wig? Like, why is that happening? It was terrible. It was wrong.
Tip like that quick money, like that girl in the first questionnaire that we did.
That's
she want that quick money. Tip said, bitch, I'm not gonna go study for this test and have to wait for some thousands to come to me. Okay, because once you get in real estate, it ain't no guarantee. Like, you may not make your first sale 6 months until 6 months later, 6 months. She's like, nah, I need that quick cash. My baby got school. I'm trying to get him through college, so he ain't gotta have no student loan debt. So I
don't understand why you can't do both at the same time. Like, bitch, I was in college and worked I worked 2 jobs and was in college at the same time. Why the fuck y'all can't do something to better yourselves in the long run? Quick money is gonna eventually run out.
Right.
Like, and the way y'all be having to spend and all of this shit, like, I hope y'all making enough to sustain long term, because those jobs don't come with 401ks. Those jobs don't come with insurance. Like, so what you gonna do long term? Because you hating on old girl for having Future baby, but she ain't where you at no more.
Mm-hmm.
So, mission accomplished, bitch? I don't know. Fuck, I got out the strip club. You still there, bitch?
I'm not mad at her at all. I mean, if she had that baby to get out the strip club, Yeah, I'm not mad at her.
I don't know.
Well,
Like
I
Future's
mean, I
giving
don't
it
think
out.
she
He's
had
giving
it.
the seed to
She had it to
everybody.
get out the strip club, but he ain't giving her no child support. So she really did it
No.
on her
Oh,
own. She
right. That
came up out of it
sucks.
on her
Mm-hmm.
own.
She
Yeah.
That's
chose
what
the
I'm
wrong
saying.
one.
No, he did
And
not
she
do. And
ended.
then I think it was colorist on. I think the way he treated her, another thing was colorist. Because it's like, nigga, you don't really be with any of these girls. Sierra in the first one or two might have been the only ones you were really with.
Well, India, the one he always shut up.
Child, I
On
don't even
Sierra
know.
for the laugh.
Yeah,
I don't even
that's
know the order. I don't even, because I don't care, because I don't know. All I know is you a dirty dick nigga that go around giving babies to everybody and you don't be there to take care of them. And then you be like a bitch ass nigga hating on somebody when they do get a man to come in and take care of a child that you don't want to take care of. So I have no respect for you whatsoever. And I low key, like, you know, I can't, I just don't fuck with Future. I just don't. And, you know, Tim's, honey, we hope it's not true.
We
Ooh,
hope it's not, because listen, baby, okay.
I don't know
I
why
don't know if it
people
would
are
be
saying
colorism or
that.
not, because it's giving he's an equal opportunity person
Well,
Yeah,
some of
to
he
the,
spread
loves
that
him a
thing.
chocolate girl, that's for sure.
Now listen, Miss Timms, we have questions that need answers, girl, because the video that's floating around is giving a little bit of Haley Bailey, but we're not going to bother you. You do what you want to do. Send them out of here.
oh my God.
Do what you want. I just hope it. I mean, if she is pregnant, congratulations. But it's just like, damn, Future though. Like y'all don't be tired. Like, come
I feel like
on,
that's the
that has
top
to be a
tier lie. That
lie.
The
is not
Sierra laugh.
true. That cannot be true. I do not believe it at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. I do believe she's pregnant though. I will say that. I just,
Yeah.
know,
It that did not
You
look like a
think
food baby.
I
it
don't know.
didn't. It
Y'all didn't think
didn't.
so? I thought that it
Nah.
I'm
kind
about to
of
pull it up because I
Yeah.
mean
yeah.
I
The
need to
Pull
see
it
other
video.
up. Let me
eyes.
see it again. Because the first time I was like, it's not giving as much belly as Hallie was. So I'm
But
like,
it's still
It
giving.
it
It's giving pregos. It's giving a little pregos.
I had to, y'all.
yeah.
is
I'm like, let
definitely
me wait
giving
till I
that.
see a second video.
All right, let's check this video out real quick because yikes.
Child, not Sherry Shepherd. I'm sorry. She got them titties down the sides.
Oh, I saw it at the beginning. It's out.
Right, and it's the covering up for me.
With the big old coat.
Yeah,
Let that play one more time because at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning is where I really saw it.
Yeah.
it's
That's a
right before
wrap.
she turns. Right before
Yeah.
she turns to the front.
It's a wrap. She's pregnant. It's a wrap.
That's
Just
what
hope it's not
giving.
Future.
That's
I
so
hope not.
crazy because ain't nobody gonna say nothing. She ain't even said she pregnant, so she not gonna come out and be like, it's not Future.
Nah, I guess we'll know when the baby makes it here.
I am, however, tired of y'all, like, let them announce the pregnancy. Bitch,
Oh,
us
Bondy,
seeing them
say
look
that.
pregnant is enough for me. Like, bitch, Beyonce held that shit so well, she had to take clothes off and turn to the fucking side for
She
us to
said-
see that she was pregnant.
And rub the belly.
And rub the belly, okay?
True,
Like,
true.
nah, that's no. If you gonna come out here with that full yang 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 on, it don't get mad at us for being like, oh, she pregnant. Like,
Yeah.
no.
I wonder where
And-
she was with her fur jacket on.
It looked like
in
the
the-
UK.
Yeah. It
Oh
definitely
wow,
looks
it's
like
cold
the
over
UK.
there. Dang, I bet it stay cold over there.
It do, don't it?
I don't know.
They might
Yeah,
have like,
I'm glad you said
summer,
that
but-
though, Bondy, because they'd be like, "Oh, y'all aren't entitled to know. They're not entitled to tell y'all." And it's like, no, that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is, if you're gonna pop out in public with a 6-month plus belly, you cannot be upset whenever people speculate if you're pregnant. Like, what is wrong with people?
I don't know.
Like I'm not saying I'm entitled to the
can see
business,
you.
but what I am saying is if you have a feeling about, like, you feel some type of way about me speculating, then it would best serve you to not be out in public.
Like when they get
And
mad.
that's respected because I don't need to know.
This another thing that aggravate me. When they pop out with a baby in a full pregnancy and we be like, who the daddy? And they be mad at us like we wrong for feeling like, wait, where's the other person? Because we know you didn't do this alone. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I feel like it's not even in the same tier of one of those things I feel like cross the line where that this is not it. Is whenever somebody died and they say what happened, how they passed. This is not, it's not on that level. I think that type of level is like, hey, that's fucked up. Let these people grieve. But this, come on now. I can speculate.
And I will.
Yikes.
I can question what my eyes are seeing.
And Barry Singh. Was there anything else with these people?
Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Yeah.
Bobby, Trina, and the Zoe Brink situation.
Oh, she crossed the line. She did too much to me.
I low key felt like it wasn't even that serious. Like, when she was walking up, she was like, I don't know if I'm walking up on the Mean Girls. It was because nobody was smiling and they were all like stone faced sitting up there like mean mug and shit. But I felt like it was just a joke. And when Joy made it a moment, it was almost like she couldn't like back down because Joy was trying to punk her in the moment. It felt like to me. Like Joy was like, Mean Girls, what you mean? Like, bitch, it was just a joke. But I feel like once Joy popped off, it was almost like she couldn't even say it was just a joke. Cause like the energy you giving me is like, bitch, the fuck? Like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't like Joy in that moment. It just keeps reminding me how much of a bird Joy is. It doesn't matter how Naomi Campbell beautiful she is such a fucking bird. From Trick Daddy to Marlon to this situation. Like, girl, nobody was even talking to you. But Zoe needs therapy. Zoe is angry. Zoe is really, really angry. And it only takes a little bit for her to jump and do all of this extra shit. But essentially, like in the moment, I felt how she felt. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Bobby was talking to her on the mic. And it's like, didn't Joy just try to hit her? Yeah, like didn't Joy just try to hit her and you telling Zoe to calm down? No, tell Joy's ass to calm down too. And it sounded like, they could have edited it. But it sounded like, they was only checking Zoe. And I felt like she was the only person there once again feeling shitty in front of Trina. Like, it's the second time she done tried to say something to this girl. And this is when you realize you can't meet all of your heroes. Some of them, you just got to let them stay in the area that they in because they really not worth knowing. Like they music, but it don't mean that they worth knowing.
Right. I just felt like Zoe was the one that got loud and did the most. Yeah, she came over like, oh, I didn't, I don't know if I'm coming to the Mean Girls first. George just said, don't come over here with that. What? I'm just saying I ain't come over here to see the Mean Girls. And I'm just like, okay, here you go. Because in all honesty, she didn't even have to say that. If your goal, you trying to get on with music, all you had to do was just walk over and be like, hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Da, 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 da. So to just lead with Mean Girls, you don't even know them like that to even say no slick shit like that. Anyway, in my opinion, I'm just like, nah, Zoe, you was kind of out of line. But I cannot overrule Joy because Joy definitely, I feel like Joy causes a lot of the shit that people be throwing at her. Because she just I don't know if it's because she is Trina's cousin and she's so close and she feel like she tricks wife. She could just say and do whatever the fuck. And she does too much, absolutely too. But I agree. Zoe, baby, you're gonna have to get therapy. I really hate how your family has mistreated you so much so that I feel like you walk around with this chip on your shoulder as though everybody is likely against you right out the gate. And that's not necessarily the case. You definitely need some therapy. Because that whole moment was just that was too much.
But
even
to
when
be
she
clear,
cussed Bobby out.
Yeah, I still feel like Trina is still the problem in this scenario on some level. Because I feel like y'all do look like mean girls. Y'all do. And y'all are mean. And Trina is mean. And Trina was mean to her. Trina was mean to her already. That's why she said that. And that's why she was saying to Joy, bitch, you don't even know what's going on. Because the last time she tried to talk to her, Trina act like she couldn't even look that girl in the eye. And it was very disrespectful and rude. It was just no need for it. And I feel like Trina's plump ass is probably fat phobic. Like, it's either that or you don't like this girl from some other reason. But it was given because she don't look the part. I ain't got time for that. That's what it was given. But
well, listen, Trina definitely didn't think that. I don't know she fat phobic, but I will say Trina do think that she be better than everybody, and that is why she be problematic to me sometimes. And one of the reasons why I was like, I'm not even gonna be tuning in to Love and Hip Hop Miami. I'm like, nobody got time to be seeing Trina acting like she really the baddest, but that's not what it's giving. Whole breast popping out and everything while you on the stage at Essence. Girl, get your life together, okay? But Zoe, baby, go get you some therapy. Everybody on this show can use them a piece of therapy. Go get you a little bit, okay? You too, Miss Joy, and figure out how the hell you finna get this divorce from Trick and stop using this shit as an excuse when you know you really enjoy the benefits of what comes with being the local rapper's wife.
Oh,
Okay.
and one more thing. Suki, there is no way they weren't gonna talk about you throwing up on the D and then still continuing to suck the D. There's no way. She was mad at Bobby because Bobby and Tip did a scene when that tape shit happened. Her OnlyFans. Yes.
I didn't even know
they were talking about her on because Tip was like, I can't continue to work with her if she gonna be out here putting out videos of her throwing up on this man thing and keep doing like that's what she was talking about. So it was like, Suki, you mad, but everybody was talking about that shit. Don't do no disgusting shit like that and post it to the internet and then think that people not gonna say nothing because they your friends. You sound crazy.
Girl, did she not see how they talked about 4? Like, you gotta know they're gonna talk about you.
Well, you know this happened before 4.
Bobby about whenever he was like,
yeah,
she going through something.
Yeah, because she was like, that was during the pandemic and I ain't even have a house. And it's like, but you was sucking dick and throwing up in a pool with French fries on this nigga's lap. I'll never forget that. That was so disgusting. I was like, bitch, I could have lived my whole fucking life without
you saw
ever.
The video?
Yes, I saw it. Damn it.
Damn, I feel bad.
I didn't.
Oh my god.
I feel bad for it too. Girl, you are scarred. Oh my. Suki, now you up here trying to shed the image that you done put out here. And don't nobody want to talk about, don't want nobody talking about what her switching and eating somebody ass and this and that. And when somebody said, I think Necey talked about the evolution of Sexy Red. The evolution of Sexy Red is Sukiana. Because that's what it's really.
What do you mean? You think Sexy Red will, or you mean Sukiana will evolve to Sexy Red?
I think Sexy Red will probably evolve to a Sukiana. She just scratching the surface right now. When she get real comfortable,
they the same. They are both minstrel shows. They're minstrel shows.
I do not think they're the same at all.
You don't think they're the same?
No, I have not seen no videos of Sexy Red
Suki got
doing
the visuals
nothing like that.
She raps it, but she got the visuals too.
They always together now, so birds of a feather flock together.
Oh, they friends.
Girl, you ain't seen all the stuff they do together. They do all kind of stuff together now. I'm gonna send you some posts.
Yeah, send it to me. I have not.
I didn't know that either. I try not to follow her. I'm
not no Sexy Red fan, but those 2 songs I like. I don't know nothing else about Sexy Red outside of that.
Which 2?
The Pound Town and the Ski.
Oh yeah. I haven't heard the Ski either. Oh wow, I'll try to stay away from the skis. My.
Jamie, I saw this TikTok like that. I need to send it to you.
What is this? Now, before I tap on this, now, ma'am, what did you send? I'm scared.
It's just it's like a little clip from the video that they did together, music video.
Girl, I thought it was gonna be score for life.
Okay, to be clear, Suki was doing that to Bill. Bill was her fiance. They were together. It was during the pandemic. So they was on OnlyFans, and that's who she did that on. She wasn't just having sex with like people. She was having sex with her boyfriend and posting it on social media, just to be clear. So I don't even really think neither one of these girls are like as bad as they put on for attention and for clicks and views and all of that shit. Every time Suki does something wild, she stays relevant and she's able to continue to stay in our eye for whenever she making some damn money for real. But yeah, they're getting paid to be, I think, minstrel shows, modern day minstrel shows.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But recently, I've seen them together a bunch of times. They did this video and some other stuff. But yeah, they be hanging together.
I mean, I think it's performative.
Girls.
Like Tiffany Haddish is performative
lives.
For white people. I mean, but it's not just
they got the audience for it. So
that's what I'm saying. They love it. They love the hood rat shit. They love the stereotyping. But yeah,
have fun, girls. All right. Can you guys go ahead and like the video before we get into our next show that has returned to TV? All right. Well, Love and Marriage Huntsville has made its great return back to television. And we are going to talk about it. Okay. So let's do just that. All right. Let's see. I believe Melody goes and sees Miss Tiffany. Tiffany has had a baby, of course. They're having the conversation about Miss Kiki. Kiki was allegedly caught stealing out of Home Depot. Tiffany says she doesn't know if that aligns with her brand. And she needs to know, since Mel loves to disassociate herself with people that do ratchet things. Okay. Is this going to be a problem for her? How would she handle it? Tiffany, baby, if you don't like it, as Mel said, you ain't got to be around her, but you high key could just leave the show. If it's bothering you that much, go on, girl, go home. Like, that's what you can do, in my opinion. So, what are your thoughts about
I
Miss?
love okay, so whenever you started out, you said that Tiffany didn't like that for her brand. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I feel two ways. Number one, I like that Tiffany is asking Mel about this directly, because Mel really don't be associated with this type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, on the flip side, I can't stand the way she going about it, because the way she posed the question was, "Are brands?" And it seemed like she wanted to other Kiki. Then hopped your ass in the
Absolutely.
confessional and said, "How are you going to be new and also be mixed up in some stuff?" And to me, I was thinking, new to what? Like, she from Huntsville, other side of the tracks. What you talking about, right?
Right. Other side of
So,
the
so when she said that, it was given like, oh, okay, you want to create some sort of like rite of passage. You want Kiki to prove herself to you because you feel
Mm.
like you weren't worthy of being in the group with the people, the comeback group. So this episode, I just really, we gonna get to it, but I really felt some type of way about the way that people decided to try to other Kiki in order to make themselves feel better. And I think that's what Tiffany was doing in this scene. So she should take Mel's advice. And if you don't fool with her, just don't fool with her.
Period.
Tiffany, can you please not make an asshole out of me? And when I say that, I mean, when I defend you to Marceau, please don't turn around and make an asshole out of me and act like a damn Karen. Because you was acting like a full-blown Karen about this Kiki situation. And I like the way Mel handled you. Okay? Because ultimately, I don't know what brand you think you have besides, those Walmart dresses you like to wear. Um, it's no shade.
And
But
the Charming
Tiffany,
Charlie necklaces. Charming
child,
Charlie ain't even open no more.
girl, it's given. I bought all of it on wholesale before they closed.
Yes.
And the
Sam
matching,
Moon.
okay, the
Chunk, chunk,
matching,
chunk, 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 chunk.
a little matching bag, okay,
And the bangles.
Listen, okay. And then another thing, I didn't like the way she was breastfeeding the baby during the scene, because I felt like it was manipulative. Like, I'm about to be super duper messy and judge this woman for possibly being, on drugs while
Mm-hmm.
my baby's on my titty, so that everybody can be like, we might hate Tiffany, but oh, cute baby. Like, I
Oh,
feel like she was trying to give you, like, I'm about to say something fucked up, so I'm gonna make sure the baby is here. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can feel like this is coming from a good place and not the fucked up place it's really coming from. It made me not like her. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I also heard that you're the person that put the shit out on social media for everybody to see beforehand. That's what I heard. And I feel like
no.
that's what I heard. I could be wrong, but people were saying that when that shit first came out, they were saying Tiffany put it out
You be
to
hearing a
social
lot
media.
in these Love and Marriage Huntsville streets, because
Yeah,
they be
cause y'all
talking.
listen, I'm about to say they swear that Kiki didn't do it and shit looked like Kiki did it to me.
That's what I was thinking. Am I tripping? Like, where is this proof? Where's the proof that y'all are referencing?
I
I
don't
think I
know,
made
but
a
I
post
remember
asking for it.
I don't know if there's any proof, but what I will say is just that at the end of the video, the end of the show going off, they did put up a screen saying that Kiki has yet to be charged for anything. Now, I don't know if she did it or not. I just know that they said she has not been charged yet.
And I never
So,
remember her son being a part of it originally either. Maybe I'm tripping.
I remember that. I remember
Okay.
her. Yeah, I remember them saying her kids. I don't know if it was a little. I think it was a little boy. Yeah, because they said that he kept the lock.
He kept a lot, but he gave everything else back.
Right.
So you really didn't steal anything. That's probably why they dropped it.
That's exactly what I said. That's why it was
I
dropped,
didn't
and the
think about
lock
that.
wasn't worth nothing. So that don't mean she didn't do it.
It was given tweaking though. She looked like a tweaker in the video, and she like a tweaker up there talking to Mel.
And I bet that was her car. That was her car. They know her car that was about to hit them two cars leaving the parking lot in a rush. So I'm like, come on now. Now, I would have talked about it. Don't get me wrong. That's some shit that I would have really talked about in real life. But I understand why Mel shut it down. Because I didn't like how Tiffany was trying to other her. And also, you don't want to say nothing that's going to incriminate her. Like, yeah, it did look like her. You know what I mean?
Right. I like that Mel just sat there and listened to Tiffany miss it. Just sat there and listened to her.
Why y'all saying there's no proof? Why y'all saying that there's no proof if there's video footage of her car being like out of the parking lot? There's video of her on surveillance camera in the store, and the son apparently had the lock. Why do y'all keep saying there's no evidence?
I mean, she didn't. If she didn't actually steal anything, then of course there's no evidence. If she put the stuff back like they said.
Oh, I mean, okay. But
when did it go back though? When did she put it back after her?
Somebody in the episode said that. Somebody in the episode said that she put everything back. Or I don't know if they said she was confronted. I don't know how it happened. She put everything back, but told the little boy to keep the lock. And that's the only thing they left with.
That is some weird stuff, yo.
It is.
What could you possibly have went to? And then that's just weird to me. What would you need to steal out of damn Home Depot and then having your child up there too to take a damn lock?
You know what killed me though is when Tisha's ass said, "Well, they had $1,000 warrant out for her arrest," and it's like, girl, what's the $1,000? $1,000 reward? What is that? Be for real. And then you gonna say she didn't even steal $1,000 worth of stuff. Honestly, stop. Probably $2 worth of stuff, which is why she was not charged with anything. And then Tisha gonna go and say, "Oh well, you know they have to go get stuff for the drug dealers sometimes."
Yeah, that was
like how you know she didn't need shit for her house. Like she could have just been stealing the shit.
I've never heard of that either. I just want to say,
like
I've never heard of that.
Me either. I was like, am I tripping? Maybe something I don't know.
No, I've never heard of that.
Tisha doing makes me
and
think
I know
that
drug dealers. I've never heard of that.
I may be okay with when Tiffany go in on her. I'm not Tiffany, but when Kiki started letting out tea on her.
Yeah.
Just off of that little initial scene where you trying to bring up the fact that your cousin may be working for a drug dealer or something. I'm just like, oh my
And she said that, well, you know, she's going to have to deal with that on her own. I ain't like that shit neither. Because I was like, bitch, when were you helping Kiki? Girl, when was you helping Kiki?
She said, I'm removing myself. She going to have to do the work on her own. As though Kiki was living with you, having night sweats at your house till she got clean.
Exactly.
You know, like she didn't have a husband to depend on. Like, what? Why are you acting like you did so much to Kiki? I mean, for her. It is very much given. This is what happens when you cross me. This is what happens when I stop fucking with you.
Because Tisha has always felt that way when it came to their relationship. I feel like she has always felt that way. Didn't like Tisha get accepted to A&M first or something like that? Or Tisha had got a scholarship or something and told old girl Kiki about it?
Yeah, it was second. That's what I thought. Kiki was accepted first. She didn't know nothing about the scholarship until Kiki had applied. And then Tisha decided to go there.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's given she's single black female Jew, and then you got on drugs or some shit. I don't know.
Oh no!
I mean,
she's doing better than you now,
right?
At least she got a house.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I meant Kiki. Ha!
Oh, you saw the confusion.
Yeah, no, I thought y'all meant and she's doing better, like, you know, ha. But no, confusion, my bad. But yeah, I feel like don't Kiki and them have a house? Because you know, they still over there living in an apartment because they're renovating another apartment. I don't know what's going on with them people. It's giving
Oh
it's
my
giving
God.
Did
scammers.
y'all hear the theory on that?
Well, what's the theory?
I can't remember who left the comment. I think it was Gwen. Whatever. Shout out to Gwen. But anyway, she said that people are saying that Tisha and Marceau are separated, and that's why they're doing renovations on a temporary house while also having an apartment. So they're living separately.
So Marceau and Tisha are living separately as he wanted.
I guess that's the rumor, is that they're actually like separated right now, and that's the because it doesn't make sense.
I believe this
for them to be doing renovations on a home that's supposed to be the interim home before you get the 47 acres. It don't make sense. So when they said that, I was like, "Ooh, you not lying."
Yikes. No, sweetheart, I'm from Alabama. What else?
What was the point of that comment anyway?
I don't know, because I think they had asked earlier on in the chat, like, Jamie from Florida, when we were talking about Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Okay.
And they probably just bringing it back. Courtney talking to Marceau. I don't know how necessary this conversation really was, because Marceau really feels like he was attacked by Stormy. And I do understand that Stormy was given a lot of energy. It was given a little bit of a misplaced because she was stressed out. But at the same time, Marceau, baby, it's giving scammer. And you went over there to antagonize that lady a bit, is what you went and did. And you got exactly what it was that you got. So that's on you. And Courtney, baby, you don't have to flex. You have enough acres while they're over there switching between homes to flex. Like, you didn't have to pay no $100 to nobody. But that was nice to pay that to the server. But you didn't have to. Marcel know what you're working with. That's why he asked y'all for it to begin with.
That server picked that money up so fast.
She did. She was like, "Let me get all of this. Thank you. I'm gonna need, because Marcel don't pay shit. Why he over there asking y'all for 100? I'm still
Because she
waiting
was
on
scared
mine.
he was gonna take the shit off the table. She hurry up and get it before he could.
I was surprised she picked it up that quick. It wasn't like, is he for real?
She had to reach over something to it.
Let me grab this before he changes his mind real quick.
Hurry up, okay? He's talking about, you keep that. You keep that. I'm like, I wouldn't even went over there talking to Marceau unnecessary stuff, and you tell him to stay out of women's business, and he trying to throw a shot at you about your women's hair product business that's making more money than what he got going on.
Right.
Girl, Marceau was just a little irritating. It was the fact that he felt like he was attacked for me.
He don't really feel like he was attacked. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. He don't really feel like that. That's just because he doesn't never want to be held accountable. To me, this is the moment that I love. When Courtney got up, Courtney hit him on the chest with 2 fingers.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah, when he got up and he right before he started counting that money
he pulled
out,
the money out.
Yeah, he tapped him on the chest. And if you know anything about the way niggas that don't want to fight but trying to let somebody know they'll fight them, that chest tap. I don't know what that's about, but they'll, because it's
like,
given.
Let me just touch you. To
Yeah,
let you know
like
I ain't afraid to make contact.
Exactly. And I feel like that's what Courtney was doing, and Marceau stayed seated, which made me feel like you don't want it with him, just like Stormy said.
He did not want it. You could tell he didn't want it with him. He was playing dumb and trying to keep it light and laugh the whole time and be like a funny asshole. But this is the type of interaction that I would have wanted from Big Lou. I don't care if Big Lou was up against the 3 M's. That's the energy he should have had for his wife. But you could tell Big Lou wants to be liked. The other thing that blew my mind was Marceau said to Courtney, "You can't be that much of a protector, man." That was his way of trying to say, like, we're men. We shouldn't be beefing. Like, I know that's your wife, but we're men. We have a brotherhood. And that was also his way of telling us that he would never go to bat for his wife the same way Courtney did, because he don't give a fuck. So, yeah, that whole scene to me was everything, just because I know people trying to make it seem like Courtney and Stormy doing the most. But nah, they calling a thing a thing.
Absolutely.
And he don't have to come up to her and call her a bitch to be disrespectful. Go ahead and check that energy at the door.
Yes.
And that's what Big Lou should have done, which is why they're going to keep playing in the Whitlow's faces.
I'm telling you, the way Courtney was calling him out at every turn, he was like, I feel like you just don't like women. I feel like you always got an issue with women, and you need to stay in Marceau's business and stay out of women's business. Like, he was like basically calling him a bitch without calling him a bitch. I wish you would have just called him a bitch, but that was a nice, classy based way of saying it. But yeah, I'm glad that Courtney gave him that energy, and I would like to see the next time Marceau tries him like that. If you know, because Marceau and his big hips, you know, you think you're gonna do something, go ahead and try that shit again and see what happened.
Try, ain't that something?
I would love to see Courtney call his bitch ass down to the house and fight him on their grass or something. You know, on all my acre, you know, on my acreage, and beat your ass all over this acreage.
Yeah.
Look, Martell
Ugh, tragic.
and Chris Fletcher. Martell need a house, right? And he was supposed to been the hell out on folks' house. And it seems like he's trying to blame Chris Fletcher for not finding him another damn home. I'm confused. See, this is my thing. I feel like this is a scheme that y'all set up to come to us with the bush for the show. Martell, baby. First of all, Sheree won't let you stay in the basement. But outside of that,
That's what I was thinking.
as much as your mama be on, I was gonna say riding, as much as your mama supports you, as much as your mama be riding for you, you can't go stay over there with your mama.
Mm-hmm.
In between time, at least until you talking about you done found you. First of all, why would you give Chris Fletcher the 3rd degree only to turn around and say that you found a home? And you just need a little time, like at least 90 days. And then Chris say, nah, just a few weeks. You can't go stay with your mama for that small amount of time.
Manipulation. And he done already probably fucked up the situation with Marlene by trying to force her to watch them kids all the time, like she told him she wasn't gonna do. She told him, listen, I done took care of my kids. I'm not taking care of no more kids. And he still decided because she's there, he was gonna try to use her. And she told him no. Okay, so now the situation with Chris kind of had me thinking about it, you know, like, Chris, why are you still friends with this nigga? Why
That's
don't you want to take
exactly what I was
sides?
thinking. Drop this man.
Please stop. Like, whatever he got on you, bruh, just let it be whatever it is. I don't know what, like, please, just
He
like,
definitely got something on him because why?
like, and then the way he was talking to this man, like, first of all, he was manipulating him the whole time. I feel like there are men who love to, like, make people upset. They like to bother people. They like to get their cortisol levels all high and shit. And that's what I think he was doing to Chris. Like, giving him a hard time on purpose because you mad because you got to get up out of these people's house. And then it sounded like you wanted him to find another situation for you to squat. Because that's what it's giving. It's giving you're squatting. And then you already called them people to the courthouse and they told you they didn't want to be involved in that shit. And you called them down there anyway.
And that's what I want to talk about. It was
Just
like this person said, shout out to Eases for the super chat. Martell tried to Jedi mind trick Chris by saying as my friend, but didn't work. Thank you for the super chat. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But did you catch how he tried to manipulate that man real quick by talking about how when Chris said, listen, we weren't going to choose sides, and Martell says that he only subpoenaed them for them to tell the truth, whether it's on his side or Melody's side. And I said, why would you why are you lying to this man's face? Why are you playing on this man's top when you know the real reason you subpoenaed them was so they'll advocate for your stupid ass? And then now you're over here trying to say something different for the cameras. Yeah. Chris,
and
I
think he didn't want to tell them in advance, for one, because he knew they was going to say no. And for two, he was hoping that once they got there, they would feel pressured to speak on his behalf. Like, well, obviously this is what he got me here for. This is what I got to say. But they didn't do that. I also hate how this man tried to use his kids to manipulate the situation, like his kids not in 2 parent households. You know what I mean? Like, your kids have somewhere to go. So if you homeless, your kid's not homeless. It was just the most bummiest energy ever. And it was comical as fuck. I hope that Mel had her a nice glass of wine. I know she probably didn't watch the episode, but I know when her friends was texting her, it hadn't been a couple weeks probably since the court case had come to an end, and this man ain't got no place to stay, but you think you gonna get full custody? What?
I was wondering about that. I was like, how could you even, like, you really was trying to get custody of 4 fucking kids and you don't even have a place to live? Like, the not thinking ahead thing is insane. Like, why didn't Mel ever get, like, you don't have anywhere to live, Martell. How are you gonna take the kids? Where are they gonna sleep, Martell? Like, child, when Super was Lou, where she gonna sleep, Lou?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
that's wild. That's why. Thank you, Gwen.
And
for the super chat.
whoever that judge was that low key sided with him in what she was saying, talking about, it seems as if the mother is the one that doesn't, that doesn't have the children's best interests at heart because Mel didn't want to give her phone number to stalking ass Martell. I was just like, so this man didn't have a real place to stay, no real solid income coming in for real. And besides the show, which I'm sure is good enough, but for 4 kids, and you really was 5. You're right with Arion's baby, and you really was like out here advocating for him. Like you had to be a pick me that wanted the dick. And I heard a rumor that Martell was fucking one of the producers, which is another reason why some things might have played out the way that they did, because it did feel like they were favoring him at one point, especially with the edit. So we didn't know whether that was Carlos or it could be Carlos and somebody else. But I did hear that Martell was messing with one of the producers. So there's that.
Thank you, Gwen, for the super chat. If someone is selling their home by law, they're only required to give you 30 days notice despite your lease. He should have been out. He's using the kids to manipulate Chris along with his friendship. It is. Thank you for the super chat.
And it made me wonder, like, is that Chris's friend's house or something? Because it almost sounded like Chris, like, what did he expect Chris to do to be able to extend that? It sounded like maybe this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Martell's credit is fucked up since they talked about it in previous seasons. And he got into that house without a credit check by somebody who knew somebody. And now he don't want to leave and he's not going to get approved to be able to stay nowhere else because he's acting like he can't just go get an apartment. Like there's places for you to stay, but you probably won't get approved, which is why your mind automatically went to hotel.
Anthony Lofties, what you talking about?
What happened?
He said Marcus. You might be talking about Marcus. And I'm like, who? The person who told me just said a producer. They didn't say who or if it was a, female or male. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, when he said Marcus, I'm over here thinking about Mel brother. I'm like, Mel brother smashing the producer, whatever. Like, I'm confused, but I guess the producer
when he said
name
Marcus,
is
I was thinking like Marvin. Like they said that Ty was Marvin. I was like, not Martell being Marcus.
I was wondering when Bondy said the producer too. The other thought is, was that the person that came to that's gonna come on a Texas trip or something?
Oh no, I think that's Ariane. I think that's Gatum out herself.
Oh, you think she's
Yes, I saw the ponytail. That looked like her.
Oh my!
Y'all didn't see the footage? Like the little there's a trailer that they put out, and it was like a camera in a hallway with him walking with the girl in her bag, and the skin tone and the ponytail. It looked like Ariane, and to me, it feels like they were trying to get Ariane on the show in that way. Oh wait, no, they said there's a producer named Marcus.
No, they said not the producer. Oh
no.
Marcus Burns.
No, not the producer. Okay.
Oh. Okay. Child, I don't know. Who knows, child? There's so much shit going on with this show that doesn't actually show up on the show. And so many people talk shit and investigate them behind the scenes. We don't know what the hell going on.
Oh, he is a producer. I just looked him up. He's co-EP. He got a LinkedIn channel page. Interesting.
Child, this is some interesting shit here, honey. Well, let's keep going. This is some messy shit. Girl, Kimmy and Maurice.
Way lighter.
Okay. Miss Kimmy happens to be cancer free at this time. And they start talking about I was finna say Marceau. Yeah, Marceau. They started talking about Marceau and started talking about Stormy and the whole Black Expo and everything and how he pretty much played them. Because why the hell is Maurice not paying $100 when it was understood that they weren't going to be paying anything, especially for their services? Then come to find out, everybody didn't even pay. The first few vendors that were there, they didn't pay until the other folks came later. Then they started charging. What the hell was that about? Why is y'all charging people? Because now y'all seeing this more people and Marceau is seeing how he could get a profit. But my thing is this, why go over to Stormy to begin with? Because she was like one of the first vendors there. and ask this lady for $100 if you didn't start asking people for money until later on.
I
So
forgot about that.
that's where the scamming comes in at with Marceau. You be out here trying to finesse and stuff, and I don't like that. Then you got Kimmy over there talking about her libido and all this other stuff. Thank you, MCV, for the super sticker. She's over there talking about the libido being low. Here go
Wow.
Maurice, still talking about some. Oh, it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing, as though this lady's body hasn't been through all kind of different changes dealing with cancer over the past few months, and you think she's supposed to snap back. And that's the crazy thing. You thought she was supposed to snap back or be as normal as she could possibly be while she's going through what she was going through. And then now that she's on the other side of it, you think it's supposed to just click like that? Absolutely not. He was very annoying. Very annoying. And I'm just like, girl, but you're going to continue to deal with him because that's how you easy. You don't want to be lonely out here in these streets. I don't know, girl. I don't know. You might have to get that man some passes or something and just let him go on out there and just, if you're going to stick around, just get comfortable with him doing whatever he's going to do.
I'm about to say, like, I don't know why this is even still a
gonna do that.
conversation.
Right? Why?
Why are we still talking about this? Like, you can only do what you can do. I low-key feel like this is the only thing that y'all have going on. People bit on it, and now you're making it even more of an issue. When ultimately, Kimmy, if you want to have unsatisfying sex with that Mickey Mouse looking ass nigga, that's your problem. And nobody really cares anymore. Because honestly, we can't be more upset for you than you are. For you to say he's borderline being an a-hole, ma'am. Okay.
I actually thought about it. I forgot. I know why we still talking about it. We still talking about it because Kimmy wants to give him the opportunity to clean up what he said. And I feel like that's what she got mad at him about in that scene where she tried to make it seem like they was on the same page. Like, hey, we're gonna get this sex thing back on track. I'm gonna get my Yanni going. What you think about that? And he still made a way to sound like an asshole. And I feel like she got mad because he didn't take the bait. She came on the show. This is the thing. She's just as clowny as Tisha, but she don't like to appear that way. And it worked for the longest up until this last season. And now that he not helping her, maintain this image of seeming like she's well balanced, like mentally mature in all areas. I'm sure in some areas she is. But what I'm saying, girl, woman, okay, what I'm seeing is the clowniest shit ever. So at this point I can't even really think about what Maurice is saying. I'm just thinking about the fact that you keep bringing this to us, Kimmy. Stop talking about your sex life and your shortcomings in the bedroom. I don't want to hear about it because you look like a clown every time. Your husband is not going to ever be on the same page as you to make it seem like y'all are aligned and that y'all both have a desire to have sex. Like, it's just not working. And he continues to make you look more like a clown. So let's just stop talking about it, Kimmy. If it's another episode where this shit go down, like, I will probably throw something at my TV.
Anything else? I feel like that's all we have for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Is there anything else for Love and Marriage
Huntsville? Huntsville. The only other thing that what? Oh, the preview to the season. That's what I was gonna say. I saw some people saying that they think the person was too light to be Ariane, and I don't think so. I really do think that it's Ariane he's bringing in that house because I really think that they wanted to try to get her on the show. I did. And I feel like Mel at this point probably doesn't want the show to fail. So even though she may not be willing to have that girl on the show, Martell might be willing to play just to see.
Thank you, Gwen, for the super chat. Go ahead.
And also, she looked very thin too, so that's another, thinner because the Belinda lady is a little thick. You know what I'm saying, buddy and hippie and shit. But Ariane is a little bit slim. It looked like her to me. I wish because there's an actual clip that showed her walking across the thing. Why do y'all think it's not her? I want to know because they really like saying no, it's not her. Now I don't think it's not her. Like, why do y'all think it's not her? Because it looked like her to me.
Let me do this one real quick. This gives storyline for me. Mel says he was the most irrelevant one on the show, and this gives his boring as some shine, even if it's negative shine. Thank you,
True.
Gwen, for the super chat. I don't know. See, I'm wondering. I'm gonna go and watch the footage myself to see what it looks like. But I feel like if it's Arian, I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like that's probably the only person he would feel comfortable enough bringing around that group. Because let's be honest, everybody know who the hell she is. So we will have to wait and see. It just might be her. Okay, y'all say. Oh, did you send it to the group, Bondy? Let me see.
You muted, Bondy.
My bad. Thanks. I'm about to send it to you right now. I'm sending it. This is the video. I'm putting
So
it
we
in the
can
chat.
examine, guys.
Y'all tell me. There's a
Not y'all.
picture and in a video.
Okay. All right.
Definitely not
and
her. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. So I don't know. That could
The
be her.
ponytail is giving her. The
Let me
ponytail
hit.
definitely is.
Hold
Listen,
on.
I
Let me
don't know.
save
I'm
that.
just saying what it looked like. But if
Let me
y'all
see the
say it's
video.
definitely not her and y'all know
I
for a
want.
fact that it's not her, cool.
I'm trying to get to that part of the video so we could check it out.
Yeah. What part? Okay. It's like it's 3:15 or
Thanks.
3 minutes.
Okay. That's what I was looking for. 3. So we'll start at the 3-minute mark. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here, and then we're about to put it up on the screen so we can see.
It's gonna be like 10 seconds of other stuff, but yeah.
I'm about to
Okay,
look
let
up
me
this
make that
Sharnita
big.
girl. Hold up. Let me look up Sharnita.
All right, let's see. Sharnita.
That's what they saying.
I'm gonna try to
Who the girl
pause it.
must be.
Oh,
I
hold
don't
up.
know. That
She's looking a little brighter.
Okay.
I don't know now, because Necey, you look brighter too in certain light. You know what I'm saying? Different light, like you get
Yeah.
brighter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's what I'm thinking about her. Like it.
Keep playing it. Because
It
there's one
could
when
look
she's
like it's
walking
another one.
across, and that's a
Okay,
real good shot.
this one here. Oh,
No. After this.
okay.
He running.
Holding his
Then
dick.
right there.
Oh, this is not Ariane.
Okay, cool.
And looking down, like in the hip area, that's
I don't
not
know.
her.
Okay.
Let me go back. Let's just be sure, because you
The
never know.
ponytail was throwing me off. Because it just looked
It's
like
usually a bun.
Correct.
she
She
be
never
wearing
wears her hair
ponytails
like
too.
that.
She be wearing ponytails too.
I'm used to seeing
No,
that
I
top
think this
bun.
somebody else. This giving assistant that I'm smashing
You
now.
know what? It's for me. I feel like it's
Yeah,
giving
that ain't her.
Ariane just because she
Okay.
know what she came there to do. That hair already pulled back.
Who is the
Ah!
sharp? Who is the sharp person though?
That's what he's saying, Sharnita.
Not y'all talking about is she by she in?
Who is Sharnita,
Absolutely
y'all?
not.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Marie,
There we go.
for the super chat. Martell is dating a chick here in Houston named Sharnita. She's actually friends with Joe Budden's girl that looked like
Sharnita.
her. Thank you so much for the super chat and the piece of tea.
I'm about to say I'm looking up right now. Tell me. Because
Thank you, Gwen, for the super chat. One last thing, Tisha showing the kids' room and then saying, "I'm in here at the new house." To me, implies her and Marcel ain't together. Listen, because I was confused, girl. I said, "Wait, you in here as in the kitchen? Where the hell is y'all room at?" You just told Kimmy it's a 3-2. So if it's a 3-2, it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. Where's your room at? Yikes! Thank you so much for the super chat. Girl, there's some messy stuff, and it sounds just. I feel like that's exactly what Tisha Know would do. Subtly separate, make it look like it's something for the show, so people don't got to be all in their business, and they can avoid some of the judgment that Mel and Martell may have gotten with their divorce and stuff.
Absolutely.
But we see you. We see y'all, girl. Not that we wishing y'all break up. Y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. we just let you know that we see you. Can somebody send me Sharnita in the DMs?
Please.
Cause I'm tired of looking.
Y'all be having more tea than me. I done kind of fell off.
I don't care
It's too much to
anymore.
keep up with.
Yes, absolutely.
Can't
It's
even watch the
exhausting.
episode and review it without some facts coming. Like, damn, y'all gonna have to give me the cliff notes after the episode of what's going on outside of the episode before I even do my review.
Right, y'all know a lot about Sharnita. Send us some information since y'all know.
Yeah, send that over.
Thank you.
Okay, well, girl. Anyways, is there anything else with Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Tisha, please leave Marceau. You're embarrassing yourself. I heard you're not going to, and you're really like a little slow. So you're not gonna leave him. You're just gonna stay and look dumb. And then turn into an old lady that's gonna be a little slow and look dumb. Girl, I guess. Have fun.
Well, good luck. Okay, guys, it's time to get back into some gossip. Although we come to the end of the road. Listen, y'all.
All right. I'm sorry.
That's what it's giving. Now, although this couple, and this happens to be Tiana Taylor with her husband, Iman Shumpert, although they have yet to get a divorce, they are indeed separated at this time. All right. Now, earlier this week, last week, Mr. Iman was caught out there with some chick wearing his chain, got him in videos and all this other stuff. And people started to say, listen, he cheating on Tiana. All right. Now, I'm thinking that they probably got an open relationship, especially since she, according to her in the interview last year, says that she was the one that initiated having threesomes and stuff. So I'm thinking she probably was okay with having, an open relationship. Well, come to find out, ain't nothing open, and it's giving every bit of separated. Or can I say it's wide open now because they really separated. Okay. Now, Tiana took to social media, and this is what she said. Not too much on my bestie. In all fairness, Iman and I are separated and have been for a while. To be 1000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still the best of friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our two beautiful children. Most importantly, we are family. And in the 10 years together, 7 years married, we ain't ever played with or about that. We just keep y'all asses out of our group chat, okay? Which is the reason we've been able to successfully and peacefully separate without all of the outside noise. The only reason I'm even sharing this part of the chat is because the narratives are getting a little out of hand and it's unfair to all parties involved. I hope this provided some clarity for y'all. And now Auntie taking y'all back out the group chat. Bye. All right. Are we surprised to hear that this couple has separated? I feel like I am. A lot of people say they weren't shocked because she opened up the relationship to threesomes and stuff. But I mean,
that's not why.
I don't think that's why. Yeah, they don't seem like the type of couple that would be broken up over inviting other people into the bedroom. It seemed like they were very much equal when it came to their feelings and that. I think it's what she said. I think they just don't go together like that no more. I think it's other things that they want. They're probably different people. I feel like Tiana was really young whenever she did they get married first? I think they had the first baby, the Iman Jr. I think she was like 24, 25. So they probably want some different things now. I had a feeling they went together when I seen him on College Hill, Celebrity College Hill. When I see him on that, I was like, I don't feel like they together.
Yeah, some people said that because I think that she didn't show up for him or something like that on the show. I guess when it was graduation day or something like that, people said they started to like question about question their relationship.
And you wouldn't think that he needed the money to be on that show, to be away from his family from a couple for weeks, however long the filming was. I was like, why is he on this show?
I'm not surprised because marriage is very hard. I'm not surprised. It's hard. And when you have money and when you can go and find somebody else, you really, why hold on to it if you're not happy? So I feel like they're those type of people, but I'm also kind of sad about it because I feel like, why y'all? We loved y'all together, but we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But they do seem like they get along. So I do kind of feel sad that they are breaking up, but I think they'll be fine. And, if Tiana decides to go and be with a woman, I'll enjoy seeing that as well.
And there's
Oh,
that.
and I wanted to say, I know what I'm talking about. The little girl named Easy Mind Junior, but they call her Junie for her nickname.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. And they're
Petunia.
separated, but they could potentially come back together and find their way back. But either
Marriage
way,
hard for
girl.
freaky people, I think. Oh, is that what you think? Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, all you nuns out there. I'm glad y'all marriages are easy for y'all. Okay.
Next up, because it seems like I don't know if we in retrograde or what's going on, but she's taking a toll on a lot of the relationships right now. Remy and Pap are next to be rumored to be separated and to have some things going on with them. It's being alleged that Remy may be out here, you know what I'm saying, getting it in with somebody else. We know Pap beat somebody up at the hotel not too long ago. We didn't know who it was, but Remy has her own battle rap league, and somebody got up there and kind of aired her out, speaking on the situation. And the dude that she's allegedly messing with was a part of this battle as well. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on, but Pap ain't say a goddamn thing. Meanwhile, everybody else got a lot to say.
Remy, you are up here supporting the victim. We done had 6 Chrome events. 6 Chrome events. Papoose was at all of them. How come he ain't at this one? Them TMZ and Shade Room outlets, they only know you. Them TMZ and Shade Room outlets, they only know you. Listen, he took you out to the best foods. When you ain't feeling good, he put you back in the best moods. So he be damned to see you get stepped to by a nigga he socked out and stood over like a step stool. You think if he didn't... Should have fucked with me, I wouldn't have ran my mouth.
Girl, that was the best scene. Now she responded.
Did you? I was deep in it.
That man said, you should have, with me, I wouldn't have ran my mouth. Yikes.
The elephant in the room. Like, Geechee went crazy. The whole, can we even talk about the whole Easy to Papoose now that he don't talked as much as they talked on the stage?
Oh, Geechee?
Yes.
His third was the blogs for the past 3-4 months.
The blog, okay.
That's what it sounds like to me now.
Okay. But he was, I don't know if you, how comfortable or uncomfortable you were with him standing there just saying all of this to you.
Listen, it's battle rap. I knew when I got in here, like I done been to 1,000 battles, seen the battle of turns, say something bleed, say something smack, like so I'm used to it. It's like, it's to be expected. It's not the first time somebody said my name in one of the rounds, but it's
right.
Battle rap. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Way to think.
But this is the first time somebody was actually rapping at you. That was a long time. I didn't know he was going to stand there that long either.
He loves me. She loves me.
I think we all do.
Baby, it's going down. I don't care about what nobody talking about. The BLT said, this ain't the first time somebody said my name in a rap. No, ma'am. This was not just a name, okay?
He told not
this
one
was
lie.
everything that he said.
You got the picture?
Oh, yes. Let's get to the picture. Yes. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, hold on. I'm about to, because
he told not one lie. I'm shook. Did y'all see her grip on that microphone?
Mm-hmm.
And then telling them to hurry up and move on.
I don't think she was shook like y'all think. I think she was like mad, but I don't think she didn't know that was gonna happen. Like, I think that that people been talking, and you doing shit like this. Like, to me, it could really already be over, and we just don't know. Cause
oh shit! When I saw this picture, I just assumed it was Papoose. This ain't even him.
No,
that's a
not.
dude. That's a dude in a rap battle.
Crazy.
And there's another picture of them at a restaurant together.
I sent that one.
Yeah, I sent that one too. Yeah, I sent that one in the DM.
I don't think she was like surprised that it was brought up. I think she was shook that he went in for that long
It's this
and
right here
brought
for me,
up.
y'all.
The only reason I say no is because like they really do go hard as fuck on rap battles, y'all. They
Okay, he
really
turned
do.
around like that's his girl. And she like, oh, the camera right there. Then he tried to change his posture a little bit. Girl, this is so messy, girl.
And she said she was only mad that he kept calling her a bitch. That shit was funny. Oh, here you go. Let me put it. I'm gonna put it at the bring it to current.
The people is messy. Thank you so much for the super chat. Remy looked dead and shook. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, I'm not reading it as shook. I'm reading it as pissed and trying to keep my composure and not show that I really want to hit this nigga over the head with this microphone, because I haven't been listening to the one that she's doing, because this is her league. That's why she's standing there, because it's her league. But I was a huge like Babs Bunny Queen of the Ring fan, so I love rap battle. And when I tell you, they will talk about your miscarriage, your dead mama, your cracked out daddy, the baby. Like they talk about everything, like all of the things that you would think somebody would never fucking say, they will say during a rap battle. So I feel like she knew that shit was gonna happen because Son had rebuttal bars. So I do think that, because if you in rap battle, you know whatever's out there somebody can use against you. And she knew that somebody could use that shit against that nigga. I think she was just trying to play it cool, but I think she was hot. I think she was hot as fucking fish grease. Yeah. But I don't think it was, oh my God, I didn't think this was gonna happen. Yeah, no. I think she absolutely kind of knew that might happen, because like I said, if Easy responded and one of the bars he did was basically confirming the shit. I'm just wondering if her and Pap are still together, or if they just have, and they haven't told anybody that they breaking up, or they might be separated and we don't really know what's going on. So, or other option, you using this to promote your battle league, because honestly, it blew the shit up.
It did. Thank you, love, for DZ for the super chat. Tonight's talk show is so good. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment and the super chat. Girl, it has been messy on the block. Well, we hope that Remy and Papoose can get it together and come together. He has held you down. So I don't know what else to tell you. I do think that's a little messed up if you is out there cheating on that man.
I want to say there's no way that he wasn't fucking other people while she was in prison for 6 years. I want everybody to hang it up.
I'm sure she gave him permission. It was like,
absolutely. Like, why the fuck? Who the fuck? Anybody that's out here not having sex, if they person is in jail for a long period of time, you're stupid. Because they're probably getting their dick sucked in jail.
Wow, I hate it so much, but things happen. Good luck. Okay. Let's see what else we have going on, because I told you guys that it's been very hot on the block. Okay, it's been very hot on the block. It's been so hot on the block that people decided they were going to go stand on the block at 4:00 a.m. to summons someone else's husband after they had been over there subbing and doing other things when it came to their wife. All right. So Nicki Minaj hosted the VMAs on last week. And so, of course, Kenneth Petty and his goons were in town. Okay. Later on that week, I guess Kenneth stayed in New York and hung out with some of his guys. And at some point, I guess things were being said to Cardi. There definitely were some ads and things to Cardi. People were trolling her coming from, Kenneth Petty's side. And Offset hopped in the DMs of someone and told them that, they're in women's business. They're too old. They need to be somewhere getting money. Okay. They're too broke to be worried about these rich women. And so the guy decided that he would respond over 24 hours later. And then he would stand on the block with Kenneth Petty and his associates or whatever, trying to egg Offset on and get him to come outside and play with the guys, knowing that everybody is asleep at 4 a.m.
Somebody tell Offset, because Offset DM me.
He DM me.
Come on, man.
Nigga
Fuck that
DM
nigga,
Cuckoo.
He off the set.
That whole gang could suck a dick.
Nigga,
What
he
the-
off the set. Don't
Hell
make us
no,
put
suck
you
a
off
dick,
the
nigga.
set,
What
nigga.
the fuck is you talking about? Up north, I had you scared, boy.
Niggas off
Up
the
north,
set.
I had you scared, boy. A lot of
Ah,
y'all niggas, man. A lot of y'all niggas, man. Up top, y'all wasn't
Y'all
like
niggas
that,
checking in?
man.
At all.
Keep believing in these niggas.
Legendary.
Keep believing in these pussy ass
Y'all
niggas.
niggas checking in?
Niggas is pussy, man.
Wow.
Super
Ah,
shots, nigga.
wow.
Let's go, man.
Niggas
go,
been
man.
right here for man long, though. They say
Come on,
we
man.
dumb. We all dumb.
Yeah, super.
Fuck it.
We off this, man. Time for them clown ass niggas, man. Fuck out of here. Sturdy, nigga. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Big fucking money, man. What's up?
Yeah.
Where the niggas is at, man?
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't know
Big
niggas.
Zoom.
They said you don't know niggas.
Big Zoom.
Planning that vacation. You
Yeah.
planning your funeral, pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way to the street, nigga. Know everything, nigga.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Yeah.
Let's play. What's up?
We'll meet you there,
Let's play.
nigga.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Kenneth, baby. Kenneth, you took your ass to New York to stand on the block to talk shit to somebody else's husband. What about the other children? Because y'all love to act like this man's only child is with Miss NM, and it's not. You could have been visiting the kids. Where are your other? How are they doing? How are they? As you're standing your grown ass on this corner calling for Mr. Offset. Now, Offset did kind of respond to the guys, and he just pretty much laughed at them like he didn't know what they were talking about. That's when the text messages came out between, or at least the DMs between Sturdy and Offset. My thing is this, Sturdy, if he hit you up, why are you bringing Kenneth into it? Kenneth, why is you feeding into the BS? Sturdy, y'all need to get that man out y'all circle. He the type of person to get himself clapped and y'all as he incriminates everybody else that's in the video. Okay.
Oh, you said something, Jamie. You said something. About Offset. You forgetting a huge part of him laughing. Him getting off the jet while he was laughing.
Very private.
Right.
Yes,
where I'm at. Where I'm at? Okay. Getting off my jet. The fuck?
Yes.
That was, I'm sorry, but that tickled my soul. That was the great response.
Yeah. What is Nikki doing? Top tier bum energy.
She looked crazy. He's literally outside
That's
at 4
embarrassing.
a.m. in tight ass clothes. Like, that's the thing. You're not even dressed for 2006, but you're acting like it's 2006. Like, y'all, his clothes are always so tight, and I don't understand why. But he, like, all of that, fuck you talking about, nigga. Like, what? Like, you ain't, like, I'm like, nigga, what is this, a track? Like, what is this, a track or a remix? Like, it just,
funeral for me.
yes.
The funeral for me.
Yes,
I was
Jamie.
like, why do we have to say, like, what are you talking about? And it's crazy because I've never known Kenny and Offset to really have an issue. It's always been the Nicki and the Cardi. So where did that come in? Like,
Some with the VMAs, right? Something happened at the VMAs.
I don't believe none of that happened. People tried to say that they had like an exchange of words, but I don't believe that. I think it all came from the video. Sturdy was in the video with Kenneth, and he was filming them, and Kenneth said, "Yeah, we in the building in case because want to act stupid." So then whoever Sturdy's person is took that reel or whatever, reshared it and start adding Cardi saying slick stuff, and it had been happening for a few days. I think VMAs was on Tuesday. Offset then DM Sturdy until Thursday afternoon. That's when he did that. And then Saturday morning at 4 a.m. that's when Sturdy decided to go live. But I think that it was all a ploy. People try to say that it was Offset doing this for his album, and I'm like, I feel like it was Sturdy trying to get hype for the interview that was supposed to be dropping earlier this week that I didn't watch, because then he started promoting that. So
yeah, I don't think it was Offset at all. Like, if anybody has seen what Offset just came out with, it's not on this tip. This is not the tip that it's on. Like, he's playing Michael Jackson in the fucking video and he's dancing and shit. Like, he's not trying to be a street hood nigga. This is not good for where he's trying to take the brand at this point. When you start wearing Michael Jackson jackets, you're trying to elevate to Jay-Z status. You're not trying to stay down here with everybody else that came out when you came out. So I feel like he's trying to elevate. This doesn't go with that. I just think that Nikki is over there depressed in that house, because there is no way you happy in a relationship with that man.
I wondered that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not
mean,
gonna
she
lie.
might be.
I wonder. I was like, I wonder if she like really, really happy with him.
I
Thank you,
think
The only
she
reason
Melly,
is.
for the super
you
chat.
think so?
Yes, just because
Really? Okay.
who she dated before, she like lame dudes. I really think so, and I think she feels comfortable with this one, knowing that he ain't got shit. Just
But
be in
she's
my back
lost a
pocket.
lot. She lost a lot because of him. Like Wayne can't stand that nigga. Like that was another thing that was funny. Offset was going to the football game or some shit like that, but Lil Wayne got somebody's jersey. Offset was right out there with them. Meanwhile, you know, Nicki and Wayne, you know, he won't really be around the dude as we've seen in the past. That he really don't fuck with the Kenneth dude.
I
Yeah.
mean, Drake and Nicki fell out too.
Yeah. And all of that happened around the time where she
Around the
got
time she picked
with
him up
him.
off the streets.
You know why? Because he probably the hood version of Monique's husband. You try to get involved and talk when ain't nobody talking to you, and you really shouldn't be talking. You might know street shit, but this ain't street shit. So you need to stay. And honestly, the entertainment industry, like Cardi just said, is worse than street shit. So you need to just sit over there with your little iPad like the kid that you are and let the grown-ups do whatever they got to do. But something tells me she was getting involved in the business. And let me tell you, the only reason I don't feel like she happy is because for the longest it seemed like she was just in her house. And she get on live and it's all of this like anger and shit. And when I look at him, he seems angry. So I just kind of feel like whatever's going on, they're pretending to be happier than they are for Instagram. But you know, again, I could be wrong.
It definitely crossed my mind. I was like, I wonder if he be like really like stressing her, irritating
Didn't he
her.
assault
Like,
somebody? Like he murdered?
not really,
Like
because the
this?
partner gets on your nerves, but I just question that. I question how just like how genuinely happy she is with him. Some part of me, I mean, I feel like of course she got with him thinking she probably could change his image because of who she is. She's Nicki Minaj, and nothing has changed yet. I think, I don't know. She got a child by him now, so she probably trying to hold it down, POP, until I don't know, maybe forever. I just don't see them being like they've been together for 10 years. I don't necessarily see them being like a 10-year couple. I mean, Nicki
You
can
think they're
have,
gonna break up?
I could see that happening.
I hope
I
so.
don't think they will.
I think she'll stay longer than she should just to try to prove
Yeah.
everybody wrong. But
Correct.
essentially, he probably gonna end up getting himself put back in jail and taken away from her.
There might be yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
It's so sad because I feel like she would probably be doing so much more right now if she wasn't with him.
Damn, Nick. Well, we hate it, but you know, you're gonna do what you want to do anyway, because that's just how you is, girl. Good luck.
Drug dealer girlfriend.
Now let's go ahead and move on because there is more devastation in the land as Jeannie Mai.
Devastation. Speaking of,
Jeannie Mai and Jeezy are parting ways. Okay. Unfortunately, Jeezy hit Jeannie Mai with a surprise divorce. Hello. Last week, he heard like, listen, girl, I don't want this anymore. Now, here's the gag. He drafted up the paperwork and knew this was something he was going to do back in June, but he did not officially press that button and go to the side of that courthouse and turn it in until last week. And she had just posted pictures of or at least a video of her with their daughter promoting his book and stuff. So she definitely was shocked. But understand, you know, I had to look at the records a little bit, and it looks like Jeannie has contested the divorce. Okay. And I had a screenshot of what you know, when a person contests a divorce. Did I have it up here? Let me see if I have it. If not, okay, I won't worry about it. But just know that she's contesting the divorce. This is not something that she wants, and it seems like she's not on the same page with him and needs more clarity about all of that. Okay, some things they don't agree with, and I think what they don't agree with is this divorce. So I think Jenny may want her family, but Jeezy is like, I'm out. You know what I hate to see is so many people drag her on social media for just going back in the past for things, right? Y'all dragging her on social media, not having all the details about what's going on with their divorce, but y'all making it seem like she's the problem, all because of this.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys. Yeah, I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean
dark meat on the side.
What I meant is, like, I used to date black men, okay? I think they're attractive. But what I decided to stick to, because it just kept me happiest, was my man, Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. I feel no ways. I feel no ways about that lady talking about some dark meat on the side, because a lot of them black men like that on the side too, which is why he about when they got him a Jenny Ma anyway. And let's not act like he has a great track record, okay, with his ladies, because he don't. Why y'all here trying to make that lady like she the damn problem all because that lady is Asian or whatever the case is.
And he
But I
actually
hate it for
defended her
Jenny.
comments.
Oh,
did you see the clip of him? Shout out to Layla Lynn, man. She been posting update on update, and I've been watching her stuff. But she posted a old clip of whenever, I think they was like newlyweds. Shit, they still newlyweds. What it feel like, and they getting divorced already. But anyway, he was on Breakfast Club, and they asked him. Angelique Yee asked him about the comments, and he said that was one of the first things that they talked about, and basically people took a sound bite of what she said and not the whole thing. So for me, if you like it, I love it. It's not like, why would he marry her and then later on find out that, you know, she prejudiced or racist and then leave? I feel like it's one of two things. I really think it's one thing. Something had to go down huge for him to want to leave. I feel like it's worse whenever a man files for divorce, because I feel like typically men are complacent if they have a wife who will take care of them. I don't mean financially, because I know he got his own money, but I mean somebody that will do like wifely things. Somebody who is happy to be a wife, will support you. And it seems like that's what she would do. But I know you're going to get to the rumor. I've been waiting.
Yeah, so the rumor has it. So there's different things, okay? And I can share what Funky Dineva had to say. But before I get to what Funky says, some people are believing that she was having an affair with Mario Lopez, right? That I don't necessarily believe, but this is one of the videos that kind of like triggered people having some stuff to say, because just look at the video.
Mama.
Oh my God. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know.
Mama.
Oh my God. What are you doing? What are you doing? I know.
Mama.
All because he kissed that baby on the cheek, and then people are like, oh, you know, they're messing around and this, that, and the other. Some people are like, Jeezy don't like, you know, the fact that you don't let another man kiss the baby or whatever. I mean, I don't like that either. Like, if you're not a family member, like, don't be kissing people, baby. Like, don't be putting your, like,
even
if you're not no fan, and I don't even really want like family members kissing my baby. Like, get permission. Don't just land your lips on my kid. Like, I don't.
They said that he liked the shady comment.
Yes, he did. Like, I'm not sure what the shady comment was though, but I did hear that he liked the shady comment. But I don't have that. But I do have what Funky Dineva had to say, because it seems like they just had some differences in things. So we could check out what he had to say about it.
I got the tea. Okay, so y'all know I had to call up to Atlanta, baby, and find out what all the hell was going on. Because I know people who are in that circle. Y'all ready for the tea, bitch?
Yes.
And it's nothing salacious. It is nothing salacious at all. And honestly, Heavenly, you're going to describe them all as things that they could work through. Number one, distance. Not being in the same place often. So that was a factor from what I was told. The number two thing was she likes a social media relationship. He is a very private person. An example that was cited was that, you know, he would want to have a couple friends over. Next thing you know is she's got 50 people over and a party planner. You know, he didn't like all of that. And so it was just those types of things. The mama has been with them from the beginning of the marriage. So I got the bitch. And now the brother lives in the house. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue too. Her brother. And then just other things like from what I was told, she likes to walk the daughter to school or whatever, and he's not for that. Saying, you know, if somebody recognizes you and I'm oftentimes not home, people are going to know where we lived, you know, so on and so forth. So they were all minuscule things that I guess are just combined together.
Man, get out of here. I thought you were going to have some good tea.
and now the brother lives in the house.
All right, so y'all
You see what
just
I'm
heard
saying?
what Funky had to say. It sounds like to me, this is how I just feel like I feel like those things could have been conversations. And I'm wondering how often did he talk to her and maybe it wasn't getting through to how he may have wanted things to be. But Jeezy also strikes me as a person that just does not do a great job at communicating. I mean, hell, his baby mama called him out, the last baby mama before Jeannie Mai, because he was supposed to, get car insurance, pay child support, get her a car, and all of this stuff he was supposed to be doing. And he wouldn't even do that. And sat up there and lied on that lady and stuff. Like, yeah, like people trying to paint him out like, oh, he's the innocent man. Come on back home to the black women, this and that. Jeannie is foul because of her dark meat comment. And it's like he don't even be respecting the mothers of his kids. But y'all be trying to paint him out like he's perfect. I just feel like they probably had very poor communication where he probably didn't communicate with her at all.
What did y'all think about his Instagram post where he said too focused on the future, be worried about who coming with me? Like the timing of it was
shade. It was shade.
But what do y'all think? Do y'all think that's fucked up?
I do think that's messed up, and it seemed like it was coming off the heels of a recent argument that again Jeannie probably still didn't know he was finna file for that damn divorce.
And she contested it. Honestly, the more they showed videos of her trying to make her look bad, the more I feel like she really tried to make it work. It seemed like she was really trying to work on herself, like, talking about being angry and him checking her about it. And, I just kind of feel like in the things that she was saying, it was given, I tried to work on my shit to make him want to be with me. And he didn't. But honestly, I feel like it could be all of those things that Funky said. And I also feel like it could be like a lot of niggas, they think they want marriage. They think they want a family. And then they get it. And a few, maybe 3, 4 years, 5 years later, now you don't want it anymore because it's too hard. Because, you can't just do whatever the fuck you want to do. You have to be responsible and dependable. And I think a lot of these dudes, especially rappers, y'all don't have to be dependable. Y'all don't have to, be there for anybody. Y'all are really all about yourselves, especially rappers like Jeezy that are really known and stuff like that. Like you're Jeezy the Snowman, my dude. Like I don't think on any level you were prepared or really could be the husband that Jeannie Mai probably wanted and thought she would get. I just, and I don't even think that it makes him that bad of a person, but I do think that dudes be like thinking that they want that and then find out how hard it is and punk out.
That's sad. Punked out 2 years after, or what, a year after the baby came. We hate to see it, Jenny. We wish you guys the best. Hopefully this will not be a horrible divorce.
Yeah.
I think Jeezy has made up his mind, so I don't think there will really be any mediation for you guys to come back, but I think that you'll be given mediation likely. But either way, we wish you the best, girl. I hate it. Maybe the people really, hopefully we'll get more details so people can probably ease back off of her just a little bit and understand that I'm not saying that Jenny was absolutely right in their relationship or anything, but I'm just saying Jeezy ain't totally innocent either.
I think she just as confused as we is.
About so.
He literally commented hearts underneath that book post.
He sure did.
Like 2 days before. It's weird.
Knowing the whole time he talked to the attorney back in June to draft up the paperwork. Baby. And Jenny strikes me as a woman that's so loyal. See how y'all saw how long she was married to Freddie, right? I feel like she strikes me as a woman so loyal that if he would have said, don't do this, don't do that, I think that she would have changed that. Just like Bondy was saying how she's been working on herself. I think she would have changed stuff just to make that work.
I can see that.
And I also can't see her cheating on him because he's the one, he's the nigga you cheat with. Right. She married the dude that you cheat with. Mario Lopez? No. Mario Lopez? Yeah. No. I don't think so.
And then the 2 comments that they said that Mario liked, I looked them up. They wasn't really about nothing. One comment was, both comments was underneath the video that you showed, Jamie. One of them said, y'all have great chemistry. He liked that comment. And then the other comment said something like, Jeezy over there looking like, and then it had the side eyes and then the laughing emoji. as far as Jeezy's reaction to him kissing the baby on the cheek, and he liked that comment.
And I also want to say this. When I listen to what Funky has to say as far as the differences and the issues came more so from Jenny Mai, meaning somebody from Jeezy's camp gave him the tea and painted it to be that Jenny was the problem because her brother lives there, her sister, her mom lives there, and then what was the other thing? Oh, we just have differences. If I want to have a party, she wants to invite all these elaborate people. But what you doing? Because what is given, and I gave some of my people the rundown of this already. Who Jeezy is now is not who Jeezy was when they first met at all. He wasn't even doing music for real. He was chilling out, doing his real estate, all of that good stuff. Once the verses came around and he got his whiff of being back out there after doing that with Gucci, he started working on more music. Now he's being on the scene more and more and more. And with him being on the scene more and more, I think that she probably has a demand for him to be at home. And he probably not even trying to do that. She probably got her mama and her brother there for a reason because y'all has always gone. You feel what I'm saying? Like it could be different stuff, but that's just what I'm thinking. Like it came kind of like
social media thing
to make her look a certain way, versus like, well, what you do,
right?
But
I just want everybody to peep that no matter what woman you are, whether you are black, white, Asian, you will still get blamed for your divorce.
And there's
that is true. What you
we just talked about Bambi them earlier. So yeah, there's that. Okay. So we have one last topic for the people. All right. Definitely make sure that you guys are liking up the video as matter of fact, let me give y'all just a snippet of that as we get into the next topic. All right, and we are back, y'all. Real quick, I don't know if you guys have seen or even heard about the Kirk Franklin documentary that he has done over there on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Listen, he's working on a new album, and it seems like it's more of a self-discovery about himself because he learns more about, I guess you say, his childhood and his daddy and his mama, honey. All right. So he goes through this entire storyline documented, showing us how he learned about his dad and the details regarding his mom. So I'm going to play a quick snippet of it. And I want you guys to make sure afterwards y'all can go get the full story over there on his channel. But y'all check this out because I want to get y'all thoughts on this whole situation.
But nothing could prepare me for what God had in store for me in 2023.
First saved message. If you would like to talk to me about the rumor that is floating around out there, call back. Just remember, as I told you once, I will not lie to you about anything. End of message. Delete. Resave.
Mr. Rick, on his own, he gets a DNA test, swabs himself, gives those swabs to my good childhood friend Melody, and says, hey, everybody's running their mouth. If Kirk wants to know if there's any truth to this or any possibility, he can take these swabs and do whatever he wants to do because Mr. Rick doesn't know. He's just responding to the rumors.
It says the results are probable paternity 99.99999%.
Percent what?
Yes, he's your father.
No, just...
Probability of paternity?
Yes, ma'am.
100%. How's that possible? It's not, baby. I can swear on my dead mother's grave. Rick Hubbard is not your father. I don't know what happened, how this paternity test came back 99.95%. But I really would like to get to the bottom of it. I cannot accept, because this is not true. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart on this.
Two tests that I put in front of you, I need to hear you. I need to hear you clearly. The little Kirk, the little boy Kirk, needs to hear you. Are you saying that you reject the results of these two tests? That's what I need to hear.
Yes. My denial, is that going to put a wedge between you and I?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Yes. If you can't give me this, no hug, no word of encouragement, no sugar, no joke, nothing can substitute what I deserve and what I've needed and what I've missed.
You just want some truth. The DNA. The DNA. Yes, the DNA. Yes.
I need my mama to give me.
And I need my son too. I have wanted this so badly.
If my mama watches this, I want her to know.
And I still can't have you.
But nothing could prepare me for what God had in store.
All right, y'all. So y'all just heard everything. Okay. Oh, we done switched up here. Let's move it back. Sorry, y'all. So y'all just heard everything when it came down to Kirk and his mom's situation. It seems like he has kind of forgiven her for, I guess, not telling him who his dad was all these years, possibly, right? Because the man he thought was his dad died, and Kirk went to the funeral getting closure this whole time, thinking that man was actually his dad. Come to find out, it was somebody else. But I think what really jabs him the most is the fact that she's lying, saying this man was not the dad, and then they take another paternity test because you asked for one, and it still confirms that man is indeed the dad. And you sit over here talking about you can't accept the paternity test. You have to accept it because he has to accept it. And it's just what it is. Like, I don't understand. It made me feel like she may have a mental thing going on. I don't know what trauma.
I think she believing what she's saying.
So somebody said she was 15 when she had Kirk. So it's a possibility that however she had him, the experience might have been traumatic. But Kimberly Foster, shout out to Kimberly Foster for Harriet on YouTube. She did a little blurb about it, and she actually kind of made me think. And she was like, think about it. In old school Black communities, if there is a young Black boy that has potential to do something, people protect him. And if he got the wrong girl from around the way pregnant, and it was the agreement back then to act like that did not happen, she may have internalized, well, it's not his kid. Since he gonna act like it's not his kid, it's not his kid. Instead of actually like working that out for herself. Because when you think about it, the dad looked like he had a really nice house. And he may have been like a chosen kid, and everybody protected him from the paternity or having to take care of a child, because that happens sometimes where if the boy is going somewhere, they'll be like, nah, don't claim don't claim the child. Don't say that it's yours. That way you can go to college and do what you got to do. That girl, she gonna be there. Okay. And honestly, when I think about it, I'm wondering, why did you wait so long to get the DNA test? Like, oh, everybody was talking about it. Y'all from the same town.
Because I hadn't seen the whole thing.
Right. I haven't seen the whole thing either. But Kirk is famous. So it's like, so you never thought before that he could have been your son?
When
you know
you
what I'm
knew
saying?
you dated the mama and you had relations with the mama, like you knew this.
But
and then
didn't know.
Kirk looked like you. Like, let's be honest here. He looked like you.
I'm wondering if it wasn't her choice initially for him not to be the father, but once that happened, it might have, traumatized her in a way where it's not yours. So now in this time, she can't admit it. She can't say it because I think she might be so angry still about what happened initially, because she's 15. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you never know what happens to people, especially back in the day. They would make people have kids they didn't want to have, all of that shit. So, you know, I'm trying to find a reason for why she would not be able to be honest. And the more I know about older people, sometimes after years and years of telling themselves something, they really believe that that's what it is, because they've been telling themselves that for so long, and their mental is deteriorating. So they only really remember whatever the strongest feeling is. You know what I'm saying? And if the strongest feeling, like Kenya Mama. So, you know, I hope that they are able to, you know, eventually get to a better place, because that was so hard to like watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just really hard to watch. Some women just lie. Look at paternity court. Okay. She just lied. And she's just going to continue to lie.
It just seemed to
now
me
what?
like she believed
Well,
what
they
she
didn't
was
lie.
saying. But I feel like when she took that second test, she was crying because it uncovered what was buried in the back of her mind. Like that, well, maybe it is a probability.
I mean, just because she got a mental issue, y'all are missing my point when I said that, because I'm telling y'all, never mind, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he
no,
never
I
knew
know what
she
you
was.
mean.
Oh, he said he never knew she was pregnant. IDK how, but that's what he said before finding out the results. I wonder how much older than her was he? Is my question.
Well, his dad is still local, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if he could have probably went off to college or something.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. Like, when you local and your family is in the same area, you ain't hear that the lady had no baby.
Right. Right. This person,
Yeah.
I saw somebody in the chat say, we have to get out of the mindset of a person looks like, just because they don't look like, just because a child looks like a parent doesn't mean it's their parent. We need to get out of that mindset. I'm not getting out of any mindset.
What do you mean?
Especially when it's so close to home, when he knew that he had relations with that boy and with that boy's mom. Like, come on. And if you actually go yourself and you watch the documentary, you'll even hear Kirk mention the similarities that they have in common as well. So there's that. And my thing is this, more so, after you got the second DNA test and you want to sit up there and deny, if you never felt like they had a resemblance, like at that point, which, well, clearly she's denying it, but at that point, once you see like, oh, that's when things kind of start coming together, and it's like, oh, I do see, okay, y'all kind of got the same structure, this and that, whatever. And that's just what it is. At the end of the day, the DNA didn't lie. And he do look like the man because that is his daddy. So there's
That's his
that.
daddy.
Do with that.
Yeah, that makes
whatever you want to
sense.
do with it.
And
But
I think
thank you so much, Jersey, for the super chat. It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody.
Exactly. And I feel like y'all really want to not give any responsibility to the fact that that man probably knew that that girl was pregnant and questioned.
The same age. Yeah.
So he probably
was
questioned it and didn't want to, and probably had, if I don't want to have two at the same time, so let me just claim whichever one I want to deal with, because he may not have wanted to deal with Kirk. Honestly, that could be another reason why Kirk mama was pissed off, because she knew back then he had got her and another girl pregnant at the same fucking time and only claims one of the kids or acknowledges one of the kids. But I feel like it's real easy for everybody to act like he had no fucking idea when y'all don't know. He could be lying just like she lied about it not being his kid. She could have lied just like he could have lied about not thinking about it or not knowing. But what I want to say, the reason why I'm saying that she's not, you, like Necey said, she looked like she believed what she's saying. I literally have had conversations with older people, y'all, about things that happen in life that I was fucking there for. And the way they remember it is not the way it happened. And it is because people are in denial. They really tell themselves something, and that is what it is. Just because you don't understand that and you've never seen it doesn't mean that that's not what's happening. And I think that it's convenient for y'all to, sometimes people just lie. Sometimes people just lie. Like, no. People lie for a reason, especially about fucking paternity of a kid. People lie for a reason. They especially hold on to a lie once you've been presented with the DNA test twice. Yeah, there's a reason why this lady is refusing to accept this. But of course she's lying.
if that does apply to her as far as her blocking things out of her mind, it likely could have applied to his dad too. He could have just blocked it out of his mind and just believe like, oh, that ain't my kid, because she done put it on somebody else. So okay, it must not be mine.
Yeah,
like,
for
okay,
sure.
cool.
Period. But that still doesn't, you know, a complete, come on, like y'all living in this small town, everybody know everybody. This boy becomes famous years ago, and you just now thinking to go and get a paternity test. Like,
And then I
people be
wonder-
wanting to get right with God. Like,
I wonder
in my
also
opinion.
if he did know, what could he have really done is my question. Because I know that he was living with like an older woman, and his mom would come ever so often to see him and then still leave him there, and he had like a miserable life, let him tell it. So I'm just wondering, what if he wanted, like, would he even been able to get the boy? Or if the mama is in such a strong denial the way that she is, would she have prevented that from even happening?
She might have.
Hmm.
I mean, honestly, just because somebody speaks a certain way doesn't mean they all connecting in there too. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to watch
like,
it.
do we really know
Yeah,
Kirk
check it
Mama
out.
like that? In order to, somebody that's in the church like that, in order for him to have grown up in the church the way he did, you also got to think about however church like she was and why she would have lied back then and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Which one?
His
you talking
mom.
About? You talking about the one that raised him, or his actual birth mom? Because his birth mom didn't raise him. Which one?
Oh,
you
she
talking
didn't?
About?
No. I was talking about the birth mama.
Oh, no.
Okay.
She was too young. She didn't raise him. She sent him to live with this 60-some-year-old lady that adopted him. So his real mama would ever come so often, like maybe like 2 or 3 times out the year, and then still leave him in there. He ain't had no friends, and then he was really like miserable. So I'm
That
like,
makes
would
sense.
he have
It
the dad
does.
even have been able to get his son? He probably wouldn't even been able to get the boy.
That's why she
Right,
said to
because-
him, "I still can't have you." Because I was like, "What is she talking about?" I gotta watch it.
I
Yeah, I
could have
gotta
been a
watch the whole
family
thing.
member. I think she could have been a family member too. But I also question if any
that makes
type
so much
of essaying took place somewhere in her earlier life that could have led her to be 15 years old and so active with multiple people. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you
that
already knew.
contributed to a lot of like the things that she had. You know, she probably pushed so much stuff out her mind that could have been
Hell
something
yeah.
that she pushed out of her mind as well. So I just,
And this is an unregulated time period as well. Like, everybody, like, remember that you really ain't safe around nobody, like, as a girl child back then. You know, like, you get it from your cousins, you get it from the boys around you, you get it from the family members sometimes. Like, you never know what was going on to get the young girl to the place. You know what I'm saying? To where she's in this space now as an older woman. Like, that's why I said you never know what trauma took place in order for her to be like so gung-ho about it. Because she could, it's out. You could just simply say, I was ashamed, son. But there's a reason why
She
she's
don't
not
even know.
able to. Yeah.
And it also could have been because them cameras was there, and she don't want to be, because again the city's so damn small. Hello, so
Embarrassing.
She don't want to have to. You saw she called him. You want to talk about these rumors that's going on? Call me. I won't lie to you about anything. But the DNA is not lying. So why not just be like, I apologize. No, I'm on a ball, baby. I'm on.
I know, that's what I was laughing at.
Pregnancy ball, baby. I'm like, girl, gotta pee. No, I'm on a ball. That's why I'm on. But yeah, the only good thing
Listen, keep it in there. Keep it in there, sweetie. Okay, that bounce was a little too high for me. I got a little nervous for a second.
Yeah, he in there. He good. He good. But the only good thing to come from this is the fact that his dad is actually alive, so he can kind of try to heal and mend that
Bless him.
relationship. But as far as his mama, that's done. He already wasn't talking to her. He hasn't talked to the lady in like what, 2 decades, and then you know he already don't talk to her. So I just hate that.
Yeah,
But,
some
you
of them. Let me tell you something. Them old people, bruh. You gotta just, you know, I hate to say, you gotta just, you know, hope somebody else gonna be kind to them. But when they your people, sometimes you gotta leave them where the hell they at. But I just, you know, like to think about things in a perspective of where somebody was at the time. And these are older people, so this is some shit going on in probably the 50s, 60s. You know, these are black people, and no matter what you say, black people in the 50s and 60s are in the church. Like, it doesn't matter if the biological mom or the 60-year-old lady, everybody's in church. And to me, the church was a breeding ground for shit to take place that shouldn't have took place. You know what I'm saying?
You got to understand, Julian, she didn't raise him.
Right.
She never really came around. There was like absolutely no relationship established between them. So he knew who she was though. But that's kind of, you and your mom probably close though, I'm sure. That's probably why you can imagine not talking to her. But like, yeah, the mom he knew passed away. So it's like, I think she may have passed away. So it's sad. But yeah.
If they're in their 60s, then they were born in the 50s or the 60s, sweetie.
Yeah.
I know, because my mom's 65. She was born in 1957. So yeah.
Boom, there it is.
Like,
boom, there it is. Anything else on Kirk and the people?
Oh, they said he was talking to his son too. Finally having a conversation with his son.
Yeah.
So I am wondering, if that went well, because y'all, we know Carry-On over there got some issues, y'all.
It did go well.
It was touching.
When they sat on the floor together, and he told Carry-On that he has a granddad, and Carry-On was so happy. He said, "This moment right here is all that I've wanted, like to come back and be closer with his dad." He was extremely emotional. However, people believe that Kirk only did that to be performative for the new album that he got dropping, and I said, "Whoa."
Was it only the album, or was it also the shit that be going on in a private life? Because, I mean, Carry-On did not make things look good for Kirk.
He didn't. The way Kirk cussed him the hell out, baby.
And that brought up the stuff from the, I'm just saying, some
clean up.
Yeah, it's given it's time to clean some shit up, is what it's given. And hey, do your thing.
It was healing, but I do feel like get them enough time and they might go back to where they were. So hopefully right after this, they go to therapy, because Carry-On needs it. He is so troubled, and it's sad because I'm sure it has a lot to do with his upbringing, but a lot of what we receive from our parents has a lot to do with their upbringing. So they need to go and they need to heal certain parts of themselves, and then vice versa, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because Kirk was abandoned.
They talking about Tory Lane's mugshot, Jamie.
Girl, I don't care nothing about it. What y'all want to do with the mugshot?
They said they want to roast
it. Front.
Can we collectively roast the mugshot?
I wanted to look in jail.
I wanted to see, because I thought it was fake. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think it was real when I saw it. I was like, is that real or was that AI? Like, why is he taking new mugshots? Isn't he already in there?
It looked like he had a lace front on.
In jail?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Because I feel like some of them get weaves. When you be watching, what's that show? I think Scared Straight. They be having weaves. Some of them men be having weaves in their head.
No, his hair wasn't long. It was short.
So he should have had at least a front. I mean, that could have been a lace front. It could have been.
Yeah, very well.
Listen. Oh, there we go.
Child, what the spots is around the front of it now? Is that the glue?
What in the Negro DeBarge?
I'm surprised they let him keep the nose ring in.
That's what I'm looking at. What is that we seeing at the top?
I don't know.
Those little white, like, what is that? Is that what's holding it on?
I don't know if that's the picture or if that's like his hair.
Yeah, it looks horrible. He put a texturizer on his head before he went to jail. Prison.
So you wanted a texture? You wanted to look good for these niggas? You wanted to look good for these niggas? Like, you wanted to look softer for these niggas? Like, what's going on? You're already teeny weeny.
Y'all know prisoners don't get maintenance like that for real. What y'all want the man to look like?
No, I think they thought he would have no hair on the top, because he ain't got no hair at the top. So it's like, who gave him the rug?
Yeah, they said it's a song for the picture.
Maybe it's
no. That shit look crazy as hell.
He should just go bald, and if you can grow a beard, just grow the beard.
Yeah, let them niggas shave your shit off. That head is big though, boy. I remember that picture of him with the polo on. That head is huge, but I mean, it look better than this.
When I see the photo, it's really a chuckle, high key. Because all of that could have been avoided if you would have been just accepted the guilty plea initially, and you wouldn't even be here.
But you wanted to be big bad.
Did a year or something like that. But it's like, I mean, it's really a chuckle.
Not chia.
That's what I was just looking at. Chia.
I'm sad.
That's what they look like.
Oh,
Oh shit,
Goodwill
that's gonna be
Hunting.
stuck in my head. Not Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
Jamie is hitting the one-liners tonight.
Listen, we thank you guys so much for being here. This was a long show, unexpectedly, but we hope that the likes match. We had almost like 1,700 people, about 1,700 in the chat. So make sure that we get 17 likes to a match. You feel what I'm saying? Be sure to also follow us over on Instagram, Twitter, all that great stuff. Jami ThatsMe, Bondy Blue, Necey Dixon, Ooh Ladies First. Okay, any questions? All that great stuff. Ooh Ladies First panel at gmail.com. Of course, we always take our break on the 4th Thursday of the month, and we'll be returning the following week over on Necey Dixon's channel. All right. We thank you guys so much for staying up late with us tonight on a night that's not typically our night, and y'all still came through. So we appreciate you. Okay. If you haven't already, go ahead and like up the video, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.